From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Alessia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, you see this clip from the other night with Jimmy Kimmel talking to Barack Obama? Oh my God!
What happened?
So
because Obama's got
he's got the book out.
The book out right now. Yeah. Part 1 of 2. Crazy.
Yeah, and so Kimmel was following up on a conversation that he had with Michelle Obama a while ago. And this is the kind of thing, like everybody knows Obama's cool, right?
Yeah.
And
the coolest.
And he's not going to get tripped up easily. But Kimmel trips him up because Obama doesn't know if he's being trolled or not and doesn't know how to react to this question. And this is something that you can ask former President Barack Obama. You could not ask sitting President Barack Obama this.
A personal question. I asked this question of your wife. I interviewed her in Tacoma last year. And she told me that, she said, the next time I see you, I will tell you the answer and I will tell you a story. But I haven't seen her. So on the night you did kill bin Laden, did you and Michelle make love?
Did she say she was going to answer that?
Yes. When I read the book and you were talking about hearing people outside the White House chanting USA, 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 I had an image in my head. I did.
I suspect that she was asleep. Because the truth of the matter is, most of the time, by the time I was done working, she'd be snoozing.
Right.
So Michelle goes to bed about 9 o'clock.
You don't have to make excuses. It's okay. I experienced the same thing.
It's not an excuse. It's a lament.
He handled himself, though. He handled himself.
And when you watch the clip, he's like looking off camera, like, "What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, is this for real? Like, do we have this conversation, or is this like a setup to a punchline?
Yeah.
Where if I say too much, I'm either going to ruin the joke or my life."
That was so good. He answered it great, though. Oh man.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
All right, we're going to do this or what?
Yeah, so again, this is all based off a tweet by a guy named Bijan Amir. And as soon as he tweeted this, my phone started going crazy.
Let me see the picture.
With everybody wanting to have us do this on the show, which is just simply grapes and mayo. That's all he tweeted. It was a bowl, and he just wrote grapes and mayo, followed by all sorts of heart emojis. And everybody's like, oh my God, you got to get Maurie and Mocha to do this because they love doing this stuff.
Is there a
they
name
love
for this?
eating. No, there's no name. Literally, it's just grapes and mayo. That's it. I don't know if it needs to be any more fancy than that. Not that grapes and mayo are fancy.
I love grapes on their own.
Everybody
and I love
loves
mayo.
grapes. Yeah. Who
I have
doesn't
an
love
egg and mayo sandwich every day.
Absolutely. Right? Grapes are good. Mayo's good. We all agree on that. But the question is, how do they work together? So what do we have? You brought your grapes in, Maurie.
I have grapes and I have a squeeze bottle of mayo.
Okay. So, Mocha, you have your grapes in a bowl as well, correct?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Can I do this? Squeeze the mayo?
Yeah, Maurie, you can put your mayo in there.
Here.
Go right ahead. Okay, there we go. Look at that. All right. So now, Maurie, you're going to pass the mayo to Mocha. It'll be sanitized on its way. Okay, now, Mocha, you have your bowl of grapes, correct? Now, Maurie, how many grapes are in your bowl before, Mocha, you do that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 grapes.
Now, Maurie has not mixed his mayo in yet. It's
Should
still
I?
give it a little bit of a mix there. Maurie, I want to make sure you have enough mayo in there.
I think it's distributed evenly.
Okay, yeah, that looks, I don't know, not enough mayo, I would say. We may have to go back for more. Okay, Mocha, if you wouldn't mind squirting mayo into yours, please. Okay, look at that. There we go. That's how you do it. Okay, perfect.
Can you squeeze some more into mine?
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, Maurie, a little bit more mayo in yours, please. It needs to almost look stewy, right?
Yeah.
It needs to look like a stew. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right now. Okay, cool. Good. There we go. Okay, mix that up. So who would like to go first?
I would.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
so Maury's volunteering to go first. Now, Maury, what's going to be your technique? Are you going to stab it or are you going to try and scoop it? Because you're using forks, not spoons, I noticed.
Because if you use a spoon, it'll roll off.
Okay, go right ahead, Maury.
Oh, the tardiness of the grape does not work well with the whatever substance of the mayo.
Egg?
Mayo?
Mayo? Okay, try again, Maury. Maury's going back in for another one. This is really, interesting.
But once you start chewing on the grape, it turns into sort of like a citrusy cream.
Oh.
Okay, well, citrus is not in either of those things that you're eating right now.
Oh, God. Okay, Mocha.
It really stinks in here now.
Yeah, I know. And I love mayo and I love grapes, but the two of them together, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, Mocha, you give... okay, hold on. But before you do that, if Maury passes out, I have to make sure he's on camera.
It's still dripping back there.
Oh.
That's so gross. Okay, are we ready?
Not the first time you said that.
Okay, we ready?
Wait, Maury. Wait. If Maury dies, we have to make sure that we get
This is the footage
documentation.
that the news is
going to
get.
Yes. This is what we're going to play at your funeral, Maury. Just watch out, okay? There we go. Mocha,
Okay,
anytime you're ready. Mocha is now about to try mayo and grapes.
Here's why you should use a spoon.
Yes.
Because you can get more of it
on
the spoon.
Oh, my God.
Ew.
Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Why would you
Oh,
want
my
to do
God.
that?
Okay, go ahead. That is a giant mouthful. Look, Shem is dying in the back over there. How is it? If you say not bad, I may die.
It's actually pretty good.
Oh, my God!
I don't find anything wrong with this.
Nothing at all.
No. Here, look. There's 4 on this spoon, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even.
You know what?
Yeah.
Well, not bad. You want them?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely
It's
not.
But have you had the citrus
It's
part
not
yet?
that bad.
That was pretty good.
I'm sick to my stomach even thinking about what that would be like in my mouth. Maury, what is the matter with you over there?
Yeah. It's like your first time
Maury.
eating anything.
Maury has mayo in his nose. How did that even happen? It's like Maury. It's like you learned how to eat from a book. Like you understand the fundamentals, but the technique is all wrong. And you got that COVID man. You look like you're wearing a bib. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
You know,
That's all right.
No, but the more you eat it, the better it gets.
Look at that face of yours. What is going on with you?
I'm just drunk with enjoyment.
There you go.
so I
Grapes
guess
and mayo.
That is
Not bad.
Yeah, that's grapes and mayo. I thought it was going to be much more revolting than that. Maury's still eating his.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Have some self-respect.
Yeah, wait.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So yesterday, you and Maury tried mayonnaise and grapes.
Yeah.
There was a tweet. Hold on, let me find it. Maury, when did you send this to me?
Oh, no, it's not another food combo that we got to do.
No,
is it?
no. I got to find it now. Hold on. Give me a second. Man. Maury, just resend all that stuff to me, please. So there was a tweet that went sort of viral, and it was just a bowl of grapes and mayo.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that the guy wrote, I need his name and all that stuff, Maury, please. The only thing that the guy wrote was grapes and mayo and then 5 hearts.
Okay.
And his name was Bajan Amir.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were like, okay, cool. Because everybody started sending me this tweet being like, Mocha and Maury have to do this.
I want to try it.
Everybody started sending me the tweet saying that you guys have to do it. And then you tried it.
I personally didn't think it was as bad.
Right.
As what you would think, because you wouldn't normally put grapes and mayo together anyway.
You actually quite enjoyed it.
I had 2 spoonfuls.
So Bajan Amir tweeted back at us and saying this, shout out to you guys for actually doing this. You're absolutely legends. It was definitely yogurt in the picture, though.
What?
So he said, you guys are absolute legends for doing this, but it was definitely yogurt in the picture, though. So the guy...
So where did the mayo come from?
He lied. He just took a picture of his yogurt and grapes and said, grapes and mayo, And then everybody was like, oh, my God, that's disgusting. Maurie and Mocha have to try this. And then you did. Now.
I hate all of you.
Okay. Now,
man,
here's what we started. So I get this message video from a Roz and Mocha fan named V yesterday. And V is standing in her kitchen now with a bowl of grapes and a jar of mayonnaise and then does this. So play the clip right now. You have it.
Oh, what's it called? I don't know.
You have it. It's called, Maury, come find this, please.
I have no idea. What's it called?
It's called Grapes Reaction.
Grapes. Just look up grapes.
Oh, this.
Okay. So this is V, okay? Big fan of the show.
Yeah.
She saw what you and Maury did yesterday, okay, which was a reaction to a tweet, but the tweet was a lie. So you guys were actually now the first people to eat mayonnaise and grapes, and then V sends me this.
After hearing about this grape and mayo on the Roz and Mocha show, I decided to try it. So this is a bowl of grapes, and I have this mayonnaise. I think that's enough. Let me mix it up.
She put a lot of mayo in, bro. That's a lot of mayo.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to try 2 grapes.
It's a lot of mayo.
Oh.
She likes it?
It's really good. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yo, she liked it.
Okay. I'm telling you right now, you guys may now be the originators of grapes and mayo.
You're welcome, everybody.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
There is this pastor out in Virginia who told his congregation back in March, in the early days of the pandemic, before we started to get a better understanding of coronavirus. Even though now we still don't have, we have more answers, but there's still a lot of questions.
It's very confusing.
But in March, this pastor by the name of E.W. Jackson told his congregation that you don't have to catch coronavirus.
If you don't want to?
If you don't want to, basically.
I didn't know I had a choice.
Right?
I didn't know I had a choice.
So this is back in March.
Okay.
This pastor, E.W. Jackson, exactly what he said.
I don't have the coronavirus. I'm not going to get the coronavirus. I'm not going to give anybody the coronavirus because I can't get it because I've talked to God about it and I've taken my vaccine and my vaccine is Psalm 91. I am free from that mess.
Amen. Oh, amen, brother.
And I declare you can be free from it too. I read an article, and when criticizing me in part of it, and they said, he acts like Christians can't get the coronavirus. Now, I never said that. I never said that. Because, of course, they can. But here's what I'm saying. You don't have to. If you know how to believe God, you don't have to. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
And if you don't have to, then don't.
If you don't have to, then don't.
If you don't have to get the coronavirus, then don't.
So doesn't Pastor E.W. Jackson go missing for 2 weeks?
Oh, I wonder why.
And pops up on Facebook Live the other day.
Yeah. Wonder what happened.
And tells everybody
2
this.
weeks, you say, huh?
Well, it's good to see all of you here today. And it's good to be with you today. It's good to see all of you on Facebook Live. I want to say that I've been out for the last several weeks. A couple of weeks I was out because I was speaking somewhere else. And the last week I was out because I was tested positive for COVID-19. So, but I'm back. I'm healthy. I'm sound. I'm whole. Praise God. I'm feeling good. And I'm just grateful to God. And my wife is, of course, she got it from me. My little kiss to her. But she's doing fine, too. And she's going to be back to work tomorrow.
Okay.
She's going to be back to work tomorrow. She got it from me.
Yeah. She's all right. So did he in fact secretly want it? Is that what he's saying?
I guess. Because originally he said,
and if you don't have to, then don't.
The Roz and Mocha Show Podcast.
I cannot wait. We are going to be speaking with the one and only Lisa Turtle from Bayside High on the Roz and Mocha Show in just a few minutes.
Yeah, that's it. Huh? The new Saved by the Bell is happening, and they're all back with the exception of Screech. He's not back. We'll get into that with Lark Voorhies. Yes, Lisa Turtle, Lark Voorhies will be on with us in just a couple minutes.
Hold on.
What?
You know what we have to bring up with her?
Which is what?
We have to talk about the new version, the Lil Yachty version of the theme song. This one?
Yeah, you hate it, huh?
Oh, it is so bad.
Yeah, it's not.
This ain't the intro. Come on, man.
It's all right. It's all right. No, it's not good.
I don't like it at all. No. It's not all right. Oh, the worst. Anyway, Lark Voorhies on the Roz and Mocha Show next.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
When I wake up in the morning and my alarm gives out a warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. Yo, I cannot wait for this new Saved by the Bell on Thursday, man.
Yeah, and everybody's back. And one of the names that was left off the list of returning cast members when it was initially announced was Lark Voorhies. Also Dustin Diamond, who's Screech, who's still not back. But Lark Voorhies. And she had said at the time that she thought that her mental health played a role in her not being invited back when she was diagnosed with schizoaffective thought disorder. And now she is back.
Mm-hmm.
The whole gang is back. And it's so good to see everybody, especially Lark Voorhies, sort of thriving on the new Saved by the Bell.
Lark Voorhies, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Hey, Grant. Thank you. How are you?
Doing great. It is so awesome to be speaking with the one, the only Lisa Turtle.
Yes, sir.
So how's it going for you? Because I know initially, it was like sort of up in the air on who was actually going to wind up in this new version of Saved by the Bell. And I know that you had been vocal. You felt left out. Now that you're a part of it, what are you feeling?
Oh, I'm incredible. I was always highly supportive of the show, no matter what. But I'm enthused. I'm gassed. And I look forward to seeing the finished product. We worked hard on it. Worked hard to make it funny, worked hard to make it real, something memorable for the audience. And I'm excited to see it come out.
How fun was it to get back together again with the old gang?
Oh, it was really great. I really only got back in touch because we all did our own locations because of Corona. So I literally got only to see the production people, the production team. So, but we had a good time. We had a great time.
You've been very sort of vocal about everything that you've just gone through in your life and and shining a light on, mental health and your own journey. And do you sort of relish this right now, taking this sort of opportunity of being back a part of a show like this where you have the platform to sort of continue on that conversation because it is important?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I am very advocative forward toward the issues of mental health, of hospital care, especially in the COVID virus. And I am an advocate for mental health, and I represent many establishments, especially those that take care of mental health issues, the homeless, this and that. So, we like to... It hurts my feelings for those issues to exist.
Lark Voorhies, who we all know and love and grew up with as Lisa Turtle on Saved by the Bell. The reboot debuts on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. She's on the Roz and Mocha Show.
You always wonder when you are a fan of these shows and whether it's Saved by the Bell or any of the other shows, like where everybody would have wound up. And I find it hysterical that Zach is now the governor of California. Yeah. What was your initial reaction when they told you that Zach was the governor?
Well, it tickled me a great deal.
Yeah.
You have to know Mark Paul and our production team, and that's pretty fun. That's pretty hilarious. And for the following audience, yeah, that's absolutely hysterical.
What's your sort of answer when people ask you? It's good to see everybody back, but Dustin Diamond, there's no Screech. There never was going to be Screech. What's your take on the relationship with Dustin Diamond and that show?
Oh well, Dustin Diamond, I think the almighty dollar rules on that. You know, he wants to be paid and respected. You know, we would love for him to come back on set. He's going into his growing pains. He's coming about. It's a relative correct place where he can get back on track. He's going through his adult issues and all of this, but I'm sure he will be back. Granted, the perfect contract for him, I'm sure he would be back.
Now, because he, as part of the core group on Saved by the Bell, he was such a big part of that group and attached to your character so much. Does his name get mentioned? Does Screech's name get mentioned during the first episode of Saved by the Bell?
They do have a segment in there that yes, they do have a segment in there that explains why he's not here.
Gotcha.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
That's the governor, and Screech is doing his thing.
So the theme song is so iconic, and it gets stuck in your head from the moment you see it. But what do you think of the new theme song, the Little Yachty sort of redo of the Saved by the Bell theme song?
Yeah, well, we had a couple of changes on ourselves. On the show with this song, we had a couple of changes there. So I think it's a sign of the times, and they, juggle the affairs to get the show running and to attract listeners.
I get the sense, Lark, you can be honest with us. I get the sense you're not really that big of a fan of it. Because I'm not gonna lie, girl, I'm not really a fan of it either. As somebody who grew up watching Saved by the Bell, that Little Yachty version, great rapper, okay rapper. Sorry, let me make that correction. I'm not feeling the new theme song. No. I'll watch the show happily, but that first 30 seconds, I may skip.
Yeah. Well, it's keeping up with what's going on. Everybody has these rap innuendos in their songs. And I think that was just the production team's way of staying on top of every addressed issue. So,
I love it.
I'm sure Peter Engel is rolling around about that, but we did it. And
Lark Voorhies, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show today. We cannot wait for this new version of Saved by the Bell in Canada. It airs on Thursday, 8 o'clock on the W Network. We appreciate your time.
Indeed. Thank you.
Hey.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
All right, why does it smell like the Body Shop in here now?
Why? What do you mean?
Was that you? Yeah, all of a sudden.
Oh my God. I was just telling Shem to smell my hair, and Shem said it smells fantastic. I have a leave-in cream.
Ew.
Did you just put some in now?
No,
because you've been here for a while. Like, I haven't smelled that smell all day. And all of a sudden, you start walking around.
No, it's like a good plant. It takes a while to grow into the air.
Hold on here.
Smell. Take a deep inhale. Just deep inhale. Maury, here, do me a favor. Walk to that door and walk back. Like, quickly. Just get some steps. I didn't say run. Just walk. Just walk, man. Just walk.
God, your feet are so heavy, man.
I know. The whole room shakes.
Wild. No, but you're running away from me. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I'll go like this.
Oh, my God.
Put your mask on.
Yeah, I guess it stinks.
I'll correct you. It's Lush.
It's what?
It's the company called Lush.
Okay, so what
it's
is
a
it?
leave-in cream.
What is it supposed to do, though? Why would you have a leave-in cream in your hair?
Oh, it's to moisturize my scalp.
Is that why your forehead looks so greasy?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super shiny.
It really does. It looks like you ate fried chicken and wiped your hands with your head.
Yeah.
Well, I'm short of breath right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And your hair still looks wet.
Why are you so...
that's the whole thing. It sort of gets all moist.
Why are you so dry in the head?
I don't know, but yesterday I got up from my nap and there was like flakes.
Ew.
Like dandruff?
I don't like to use that word.
Why?
Oh,
because then I have to admit that I have dandruff.
Oh, my God. Who has a hard time admitting it's 2020? You're getting dandruff shame? There's other things going on, man.
I know, but once you admit that you have dandruff,
so
it's
what
like
did you do? You
world.
ran right out and bought a leave-in conditioner? Or did you do research, or what did you do?
No, I've known about this before because my dad used it once.
Right, because of his not dandruff problems?
Flakes.
Okay, flakes, right. I would rather say dandruff than flakes.
Flake sounds...
Flakes makes you think of cornflakes, which are yummy.
No. Yeah, but not in the head.
Yeah, gross. That's...
You know what I mean?
Oh, cornflakes on your scalp.
Yeah, no. Say dandruff, man. We all understand dandruff. Yeah, head flakes doesn't sound any better. also creamy head flakes. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Do you feel better? Those your scalp? Like, are you itchy generally up there?
Oh, yeah.
You are?
On the sides where the what do you call these sideburns?
Okay, but you're itchy, though.
Yes.
Yeah, so do you scratch? Like, do you lie in bed and scratch your head?
I do.
Oh.
And then you have to reach back and wipe.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, what?
Excuse
Bro,
me.
you know what? I think you need to see a dermatologist. No joke.
Like, my God. No wonder Matthew doesn't let you sleep in the bed, man. I swear. So are you better now, though? Is this what we're saying?
Oh, I look good and smell great.
Okay, then. I look good and I smell great.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So yesterday, Taylor Swift goes on Instagram and she puts up a picture of herself. It's a black and white shot, and she simply captions it, "Not a lot going on at the moment."
Oh.
Now, here's the thing, is that the last time she posted a picture of herself with the caption, "Not a lot going on at the moment," she was recording Folklore.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? So
I see what you did there, Taylor.
Yeah,
You're using that old joke, thinking we won't catch on.
So all day yesterday, everybody's like, okay, so what's going on? Is she shooting something? Is she whatever? And then there's the whole idea of everything that went on with Scooter Braun and her masters. So during her acceptance speech last night, Taylor Swift ended it by, so we'll play the speech for you, but listen to what she says at the end.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, hey.
Thank you so much for this. This is a fan-voted award, which means so much to me. You guys have been beyond wonderful all the years of my career, but especially this one. When we've been so far apart, we haven't been able to see each other in concert, but I still feel really connected to you through the music. And you know, your reaction to Folklore and all the ways in which your imagination honored that album. I just love you so much, and I'm really, really lucky because of you. The reason I'm not there tonight is I'm actually re-recording all of my old music in the studio where we originally recorded it. So it's been amazing, and I can't wait for you to hear it. But have a great night. I love you so much, and thank you.
So it's happening. In the same studio.
Boy.
In the same studio.
Everything, huh?
Yeah.
That's a lot of albums. That's a lot of songs.
That's a lot.
Like, is she redoing every single song? Or do you think she's just going to redo?
I legit think she's re-recording the albums from start to finish.
Oh, man.
And probably with some new stuff. And because you got to give people a reason. I mean, they will buy them anyway.
Of course.
Right? People are going to double up on them and buy them anyway. But there's going to most likely be some cool things in there that make the album new.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it serves her any purpose to really switch them up, to do kind of like a new version of some of the old songs. I think that what makes it great is that if she legitimately just went ahead and re-recorded all of them and tried to replicate them as close as possible.
The way we all know and love
up.
the songs. Don't change anything else.
Yeah, because the thing with this is, one of the reasons why I never liked live recordings of songs. I don't like live performances. Like, I like seeing them live.
Sure.
But I don't like live performances when they're recorded and then somebody would release like a live album.
Oh, like when MTV used to do their unplugged stuff.
Well, that sounds completely different. But I mean, like, you take a band and they have an album, and then when you see them live, the concert is there. But then they used to release like live recordings of concerts. And it always bothered me because singers never sing the song on stage the exact same way they do on the album. So when you try and sing along, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I think that Taylor Swift should do it as close to the originals as possible. Otherwise, it's going to sound weird when you hear them.
I wonder if, well, I guess because she's performed these songs live throughout her career, but I wonder if for this particular process, she's going back and listening intently to those albums, to those songs, to hear inflection, tone, range, to try to mimic everything exact.
Yeah, and she's still young enough that she's not able to sing her own stuff because that happens too to singers.
Yeah.
Like Mariah couldn't go back and re-record her first 5 albums.
Oh, no,
right?
absolutely
Like I don't mean to. No, Maureen's like, yes, she can. She doesn't have to. Like that's the thing. Is like, this is something that an artist should never have to do is go back and re-record their stuff. But I'm glad Taylor's doing it. But yeah, officially recording her first 5 and in the same studio where they were originally recorded.
That's crazy.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Explain something to me.
Hit me.
Okay, I it's not that I don't appreciate it. But where the hell did all of this start with The Weeknd showing up looking like he just got a facelift with the bandages? Where did all that start?
Oh, that is like if you watch a series of music videos for his latest album, After Hours, they all tell a story. And they're all, the latest part of the story has him in the bandages for his latest music video where the girls...
But he was doing this before with the broken nose, though.
He was, because there was one, I can't remember, which video was it when he got into the accident?
Like
he got beat up.
He's been doing this for a while now.
Yeah, it's all part of the same After Hours album experience in the music videos.
When did After Hours come out?
Oh, dude, forever ago.
Forever ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Earlier this year.
Because I don't remember what he looks like anymore.
Because it's just all bandaged up now.
I only know him with like busted nose and fake Band-Aids.
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yeah. I only know him as that now. But why? Do we know why? Like, has he said, I know he's a pretty recluse guy, but has he said?
No, it's just basic theme of
why?
Like if you watch music videos, it just follows the basic theme of that. And that's where
Jesus Christ.
in his kind of like catalog of videos that he's releasing for this current album, where he is in the overall storyline.
Okay, because I'm watching last night, and it's The Weeknd in the bandages, and he's got Kenny G, and it's the weirdest thing in the world. Like everything is just so weird. And then he's doing the Super Bowl. Like, are they going to allow him to do that at the Super Bowl? They can't allow that.
I like this though. And he goes into the song. Yeah, more.
I was just going to say, people were tweeting, and I was checking again this morning, they're concerned for The Weeknd because they don't know it's an act.
Oh, yeah, that's always been the case, though.
People questioning, going, is everything okay with The Weeknd? Why is he on stage with bandages on his face?
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Right? You know what I mean?
Just say it's Fight Club.
But they can't allow, like, there's no way the NFL is going to allow him to do that at Super Bowl. There's no way.
Hey, man. If they asked him to do the Super Bowl and he agreed,
but that's your costume.
No, but not enough people know though. Like not enough people know the sort of the shtick. Like you can't go in front of a super. You can't.
Like if they go to him and say, "Hey, listen, no bandages," and he says, "Well, it's part of the act."
Maybe
what's the Super Bowl going to say? No, you can't perform.
Yes. Well, they're not going to say no, you can't perform, but it's the biggest stage in the world, and the reaction can't be okay. What happened to this poor guy, and why did they force him to perform?
Well, maybe there should be a color for fake bandages. Like maybe it has to be pink bandages.
No, that's not going to change his damn thing. Bandages are still bandages.
I think he's showing up doing the whole.
You think he's showing up like he did last night with like the full face bandages?
Yeah, I think at least a part of the performance is going to feature that.
Oh, and then he rips it off and he's okay.
Because I think that a lot of it is going to be pre-recorded, much like how all these other award show, a lot of the performances are pre-recorded.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the only thing that would make people happy at that Super Bowl audience is that if he ripped it off and he was Bruno Mars.
Yo, that's so savage, man. Why you got to be so mean?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So apparently, Clare and Dale.
Ugh.
Do I have to say their last names or no? I don't have to say their last names?
Clare and Dale from Bachelorette.
Apparently, they are spending Thanksgiving together with each other's families, even though in record speed, there are already cheating rumors.
No.
Yes.
Who cheated?
Who do you think?
Dale?
Yes. I don't know. I'm not saying, but you're saying who are the rumors directed at?
Yeah.
The rumors are directed at Dale.
Does it say who he's cheating?
No, apparently
with?
Dale he flew himself to New York and was seen out with a few models. And apparently, and I'm looking for the picture because I don't know, apparently he was seen kissing one of them in public.
Oh, no.
Apparently he was seen kissing one of them in public.
But he found true love days in.
Yeah.
To the Bachelorette.
Yeah. But what do you do at that point? I was thinking about this the other day. What do you do when you're Dale? Where...
What, your lips happen to fall on a model's lips?
No, no, I mean on the Bachelorette. I don't mean accidentally making out with somebody.
Oops.
Yeah. Well,
wow, these New York streets are so bumpy. I tripped.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I was looking for the washroom.
Yeah.
How'd you get there?
You're just
standing right in front of my face.
Whatever. I'm just out for a jog. Okay. She was out for a jog too, and boom, it just happened.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. I don't know how you accidentally kiss somebody. I mean, I've accidentally kissed a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. And I always accidentally kiss people in the exact same way every single time. I've accidentally kissed many men and I've accidentally kissed many women in the exact same way. The exact same way.
Like you go for in on the cheek.
It's
they also
somewhere
go in
loud.
on the cheek?
No, it's somewhere loud. Okay?
Okay.
Back when I used to go to like clubs and concerts and parties and everything else, it's always somewhere loud where I lean down to say something into their ear and then turn my head so they can say something in my ear. Then I lean in and say something into their ear. And then we both decide that we have something to say at the exact same time. Lips meet.
I'm sure that's exactly what happened with Dale.
And I have like I can't even count, countless times I've accidentally kissed somebody.
Yeah.
Right, like that. Men too. Coworkers. Right? By accident. Not you, Maury. By accident. And I think maybe it's because I'm so tall that like if you're on the same level as somebody, you can sort of see where their head is. But when I'm coming down like a giraffe, taking a bite, and then they're looking up, like things don't line up properly, and then lips hit, right?
And then what happens after? Do you guys say anything?
No, you've never acknowledged it.
Just continue with the conversation.
Just continue with the conversation. Like, what do you want me to say? Oh, that was tender. And then go on to say what I was saying. Like, I didn't even know how do you acknowledge that?
What kind of lip balm you use?
Right? Wow, you smell nice.
So soft.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah, so soft. I don't know how to deal with that. But maybe that's what happened because Dale's a tall guy too. Right? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he's asking a lot of models for directions in loud places.
Right. I'm familiar with this city.
Exactly.
Point me in the right direction.
Thank you.
So Dale and Clare, they're getting both of their families
that's what I'm reading.
Together.
Yes, that's what I'm reading.
But even though in the States, they're advising against, like in every state, right across the country.
Bro, what are you doing?
They're telling everyone, don't get together.
Do you think that some guy who goes up to New York and accidentally kisses models for an entire week and is worried about COVID?
Hey, man, it was an accident.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm still trying to process all the Grammy stuff from yesterday.
Oh, goodness.
What a crap show, huh?
I know. The snubs.
So I think one of the most interesting, we'll get to this. We'll talk about the weekend and all of that stuff. But one of the most interesting things is I know people like to look at what was left off as opposed to what was included. And I think one of the most interesting headlines is Beyonce has the most nominations of anybody at the Grammys this year without having released an album.
How does that even happen? Is it because of The Lion King?
So it's
soundtrack? Music inspired by The Lion King?
Well, it is. It's Black Parade, it's Savage with Meg Thee Stallion, and it's Black is King.
Right.
So she had three major sort of musical events this year, but none of which were an album.
Yeah.
But even those three got her the most nominations.
Queen Bee, what are you going to do?
Out of anybody.
Right.
The most nominations at the Grammys without releasing an album.
When it comes to Beyonce,
Jesus.
For the Grammys, I feel like they have to find something to nominate her
Jesus.
for. Right?
Right?
Like it's the Queen.
I understand getting a lot of the most nominations without releasing an album.
I know.
It's wild. But yeah, they never sort of, there's always controversy with the Grammys and
then Justin Bieber getting nominated, but then like posting about how he appreciates the nomination, but doesn't want to be in that category.
So here is so this is the best way that I understand it anyway, to understand what happened to The Weeknd, is to read Justin Bieber's post. Okay. Because to me, Justin Bieber's post and everything that I've read, Justin Bieber's post explains exactly why The Weeknd wasn't nominated. So Justin Bieber's pissed off. He's appreciative. Don't get me wrong. He's appreciative for the nominations, but Justin Bieber's pissed off because he was nominated in pop categories and not R&B categories. And Justin Bieber wrote this: to the Grammys, I am flattered to be acknowledged and appreciated for my artistry. I am very meticulous and intentional about my music. With that being said, I set out to make an R&B album. Changes was and is an R&B album. It is not being acknowledged as an R&B album, which is very strange to me. I grew up admiring R&B music and wish to make a project that would embody that sound. For this not to be put into that category feels weird, considering from the chords to the melodies to the vocal style, all the way down to the hip-hop drums that were chosen, it is undeniably, unmistakably an R&B album. Appreciative, but he feels that he was sort of miscategorized at the Grammys. This is why The Weeknd wasn't nominated.
Because of Justin Bieber?
Nobody knows what to do with The Weeknd. And there were articles dating back to August and September tying The Weeknd into the Grammys and how it could go this way. Because what do you do with The Weeknd? Because the R&B people feel that The Weeknd is too pop. The pop people feel that the Weeknd is still too R&B. So he doesn't get enough votes in any category to put him over the top to get a nomination.
That doesn't seem fair.
It doesn't seem fair, but that's what most likely happened.
That's BS, though.
Why is it BS?
Because if The Weeknd is too R&B to be in the pop world, then why has he been dominating on the pop charts?
No. But it's not about the charts. It's about what the voters. It's about how they cast their vote. So if you,
in order to cast your vote, though, they have to be looking at the overall spectrum of that body of work.
No, it's
and
not.
the impact.
It's not the body of work. It's what lane they're in, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
Well, then the Grammys,
the R&B voters will never look at Justin Bieber as an R&B artist.
So tell me
Justin
why,
Bieber's a pop artist.
So tell me why somebody like Maren Morris, who is a country artist, could still get nominated in pop categories for releasing pop tracks.
Because they understand what she is. So the difference is this, is that you don't have a lot of say on where your album or your song winds up at the Grammys. Your people can push.
Sure.
Right? They can push. And from what I understand is that the way that it used to be is that everybody used to push for the pop category because that was the big category. Prince, Michael Jackson, everything else. You could say Michael Jackson and Prince were a lot of different things at a lot of different times. They were always pushed towards the pop category because when it came right down to it, they were pop stars.
Yeah.
And so if you're not pushing, if you're allowing them to sort of pick and choose, let's say that the Weeknd's people were pushing for more R&B. Let's just say, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say that that's what happened. The people voting in the R&B categories are like, this is not an R&B album. This is a pop album. Hope the people in the pop category do the right thing and give the Weeknd a nomination.
And then the pop category is like, nah, it's too R&B.
Weeknd's an R&B artist.
Yeah.
Right? That's the problem. Is Justin Bieber's disgruntled sort of Instagram post over not being recognized as an R&B artist may be the biggest sort of clue as to why The Weeknd got no nominations.
Well, the system is broken.
The system is broken.
And it has been broken for a long time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like there's any way or any time soon that it will be fixed.
No.
At all.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So T. Swift was on Good Morning America yesterday, and she had this to say because, first of all, she just dropped the Folklore movie on Disney Plus, right? Is that the deal? All the performances? It looks really beautiful. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it looks really beautiful. But this was Taylor on Good Morning America.
I've been having a really good time re-recording my older music. So far, of the ones I've recorded, I think it's been the most fun doing Love Story because the older music, my voice was so teenaged, and sometimes when I hear my older music and my older young teenage voice, it makes me feel like I'm a different singer now. And so it's been the most fun to go back and re-record ones that I feel like I could actually possibly improve upon the song. So that's been a really amazing, fun adventure. And
Taylor Swift just gave herself the edit button on Twitter.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? You get to go back and
completely.
and fix the things you thought that you could never fix.
You know what, man? This is going to be such a huge deal when she re-releases or releases these new albums of re-recorded tracks.
Now, yes, 100%.
Right?
Let me ask you this question. Does Taylor Swift do what nobody else would ever be able to do? Does she release all 5 at the same time and have all 5 of them fight to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on Billboard?
Absolutely, she
does. You think so? I think so too.
That's a big master plan. She's going to re-record everything and give all the fans all of it all at once.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I thought that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's the game plan.
Yeah, and that is a record that will never be broken.
No,
nobody
at all.
will ever have 5 albums in the top 5
Because I don't think anyone's ever been in the position that she has. And if they ever were, they're not putting up the fight that she has and not going back to re-record everything from the past.
Yeah, I hope she does it because that'll be just exceptional.
Yeah.
Really will.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's so much happening today, but I want to play you this real quick. They say that this is the first Christmas song for dogs. Now, when I give you that headline, when I say they've just released the first Christmas song for dogs, what do you hear in your head? Because I immediately heard, when I read Christmas song for dogs, I immediately heard like dogs singing Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Like it's a Christmas song by dogs for dogs.
Right. Barking to the tune of a Jingle Bells.
Like what they remember the cats?
Yeah.
Remember when they did that? What was that called with the cats?
That was huge.
Yeah, but what was that called?
Oh God.
Damn it. No, come on. It was called something. Anyway, so that's what I thought it was.
Meowie Christmas?
Yeah. But it's not.
Perfect Christmas.
Yeah. What do you think it is? When I say the first Christmas song for dogs, what do you think it is?
I think it's other dogs, like dogs barking.
Yes.
And it's to the tune of a classic Christmas song.
That is exactly what I thought.
When I read the headline, I thought it was just going to be silent because that sound only dogs can hear.
Right. There's another good one. It could have just been a troll job.
So what is
it's like that? It's like that book, All the Things Men Know, and then you open it and it's all blank pages. You ever seen that joke?
That's so mean.
That's funny.
Okay, so here it is right now. This is the first Christmas song they say for dogs.
Sit. Sit.
Oh, good girl.
Who's this?
Would you like to go on walkies?
So it's kind of like reggae and like praise for the dog.
Yeah.
There's some squeaky noises and dogs barking.
But can I say,
it's kind of like, I think it's kind of
trash?
No, but it would work. It would work. 'Cause we subscribe at our house to Dog TV. And we put it on all day, and it sounds it's similar to that. And our dog just falls asleep.
Is there like scientific reasoning behind why this song was made the way it
There is, and they actually did a ton of research into it in focus groups and everything else.
Yeah.
But
focus groups with dogs?
I don't know.
Like dogs playing poker?
But I find it a little creepy, though.
Yeah.
No, but Roz, you're not a dog.
No. I don't have
It's
to be
very
a dog.
weird.
It's very weird.
Yeah, and it's confusing to my ears.
Oh, good girl.
Sit. Sit.
Oh, good girl.
Who's this?
Would you like to go on walkies?
That's soothing the dog.
Yeah.
It's like very messy. There's so much going on in this track.
It's called Raise the Woof. By the way.
I like the title.
At our house, we do what Catherine likes to call cat TV.
Which is?
It's not something we subscribe to like Maurie and Dog TV. At our house, cat TV is Catherine opens up the back door and throws 2 handfuls of peanuts on the deck. And then the cats just sit there and stare at squirrels.
Cat TV, get it for free right now.
For hours.
And guess what? It's free forever.
It is free forever.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Meg Thee Stallion's still trending pretty high. And a couple of times, too. Her new album dropped called Good News. And part of the reason why she's trending is because the very first song on the album is called Shots Fired. And it's a straight up Tory Lanez diss record. Mentions his height. 5'3".
No.
Talks about the fact that he shot her and offering up money for her to keep quiet.
So that is true, I guess, according to Meg, right?
According to Meg Thee Stallion, yeah. And
that he tried to flip her cash to get her to not say anything.
Yeah,
Jesus.
And just talking all sorts of stuff. I had to bleep this like crazy. So hopefully you can make out some of the things that Meg Thee Stallion is saying.
Yeah.
About Tory Lanez and this new song called Shots Fired that everyone's talking about. But if you need reference, I do have the song lyrics, just in case you have any questions, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Imagine lying by shooting a real bitch. Just a save face for rapping to chill with. Imagine me giving a it was your birthday. You and your feelings, I just thought it was another Thursday. Now imagine me blocking on some drugs. I don't want you on a bitch, believe you wouldn't have been invited. And if it wasn't for me, same week you'd have been indicted. You walk in not to talk, I guess that made my friend excited. Now y'all in cahoots, you a pussy boots. You shot a 5'10", bitch, with a 22. Talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. A with a gun in his feelings. Okay, he in the backseat and he calling me a we all know the I could've came back with. He talking about his followers, dollars, and goofy. I told him you're not popping, you just on the remix. Now here we are, 2020, 8 months later, and we still ain't got no justice for Breonna Taylor. Any on that side is a clout chaser. A who he or a hoe that he paying.
Okay, cool. So I might need that lyric sheet now.
That is exactly how I thought you were going to react.
You know me. I don't do well with this stuff, man. I don't like confrontation. I don't like when other people. It's just not.
So what do you want? You want to know about her saying like, imagine N-words lying about shooting a real B word?
Yeah, like I want to know.
Face?
Yeah, like, give me the sort of gist of this. Give me the shots fired. Give me the what Meg says now that maybe we haven't heard before. Give me the stones thrown. Give me the disses.
It wasn't really anything that we haven't heard.
Okay, but
it's
how
just
does
now
she
put
say
into
it?
song?
Yeah.
Like there's one part of this track where she says, "If it weren't for me, that same week, you would have been indicted."
Oof.
Talking about not speaking. Not talking on the incident whatsoever. You shot a 5'10" B word with a 22. Talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. And then she ended up calling him a P word, N word with a P word gun all up in his feelings.
Wow. And then I heard one part in there where she's like, you're the one sitting in the back seat, but yet you call me the B word?
Yeah.
Oof, that hurts.
Like, come on. So if there's any song, and you know what? I did listen to half of the album so far.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Is it?
I like it.
Sounds dirty, though. Is it all that dirty?
Oh, dirtier.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's very, very dirty.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. And kind of insecure sometimes when you listen.
Oh, no, it makes you insecure?
As a dude?
Oh, she has high expectations?
Oh.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's not
good. As a guy listening to this album, like, good for you, Meg. I applaud you.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not at that level.
No.
I could be honest with you. I could tell you I'm not at that level. Okay.
Fair enough.
I'm comfortable in my middle of the road.
Yeah. No problem.
All right?
No problem.
You're like up here?
Yeah.
I'm like
nothing wrong with average.
Yeah. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New York Times put out their list of the 25 greatest actors of the 21st century so far. Their two film critics put this together. They say there's no formula to choosing the best, just squabbling.
Oh, okay.
And this list is both necessarily subjective and possibly scandalous in its omissions. Some of these performers are new to the scene. Others have been around for decades. So a couple names. Gael Garcia Bernal is number 25. Mahershala Ali, 23. Melissa McCarthy, 22. Catherine Deneuve, 21. And then you get Willem Dafoe at 18.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Alfred Woodard at 17. Kim Min-hee. Michael B. Jordan at 15.
Yes, my guy.
Oscar Isaacs at 14. Tilda Swinton at 13. Joaquin Phoenix at 12. Julianne Moore at 11. Saoirse Ronan at 10. Viola Davis at 9. Zhao Tao at 8. Tony Servillo, I'm not sure who that is, at number 7.
Hey, all these
Who's
names
that?
so far, outside of Melissa McCarthy, they're all like dramatic actors.
Yes. And the top 5, Nicole Kidman at number 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait on number 4. I'm gonna go back and do number 4. Okay. Nicole Kidman at number 5.
Yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis at number 3.
Okay.
Although he doesn't work anymore. Isabella Hubert at number 2, who's like a French actress that I've never even heard of until today.
Bonjour.
Isabella Hubert at number 2, and number 1, Denzel Washington. So there's one spot in the top 5, and that was number 4. So again, Nicole Kidman, Daniel Day-Lewis, Isabella Hubert, and Denzel Washington. That's your top 5. Who's missing from that top 5?
Tom Cruise is missing?
As far as the 25 greatest actors of the 21st century so far. Who else is in that top 5 of the 25 greatest actors?
The Rock.
No.
Oh. Tom Cruise.
No. Nicole Kidman, Daniel Day-Lewis, Denzel Washington. Who else belongs there? That's not there.
25 years?
That's not there.
Is
Maury just said Meryl Streep. Not Meryl Streep, Maury.
She's not.
Not Tom Hanks.
Is it James Bond? The guy that Daniel Craig?
Not Daniel Craig.
Well, I guess they have to have bodies of work. I don't know.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, come on. Really?
No joke.
Keanu Reeves is number 4? Man.
Keanu, here's my thing with Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves may not be the best actor ever.
I do not concede. I want to recount of that.
Okay, but Keanu Reeves may be the most consistent actor ever. And he is having that big renaissance and everything else, and he's
I guess,
okay.
but still.
But yeah.
But you know what? That's the most Keanu thing to do.
Thank you.
Is have him on that list.
Absolutely. You are 100%.
Ahead of Nicole Kidman.
You are 100% right. Ahead of Nicole Kidman, yes.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Megan, it's Roz and Mocha. How's it going?
I'm doing well, thanks. How you doing?
Good. So, this is the text that we got from Megan, Roz.
Okay.
OMG, I finally understand why Maury is called Damn It Maury. Maury does something that used to drive Roz nuts. Now Roz does it and drives me nuts.
Oh, no.
After binging the podcast now, I caught myself doing it, and when I did, I'm like, damn it, Maury.
Oh, no. What did Maury used to do that drove me nuts, and now I do it, and it drives you nuts?
Okay, so, Maury logic is sort of like half there, but it's, you listen to his description, and you're like, oh, God, Maury, how did you get there?
Yeah.
He says 1,000%. And you would always say, well, there's no such thing as 1,000%.
There is no such thing as 1,000%.
I have caught you saying it now, Roz.
Really, huh?
1,000%?
Yeah.
1,000%. And I'm like, come on, Roz.
I know. Hey, listen, I'm old, okay?
1,000% old.
So then I was having a discussion with my boyfriend about when our dog had been out because he peed, and my boyfriend was like, you couldn't have just brought him out. I'm like, 1,000%. He just went out and peed. And I'm like, oh, damn it, Maury.
Okay, so, Hold on here, though.
Does this mean I'm rubbing off on you?
No. So my thing is this, okay, is that where I would really go in on somebody when they said 1,000% or 150% is when they're talking generally about effort. They're talking about giving something, okay? And so if somebody says, I'm going to go out there and give it 1,000%, I would always say that's impossible. The max you can give is 100%. Okay. Now, if we're talking about how something has increased, something can increase by 1,000%. If I now love something more than I did, I could easily say I love this 1,000% more than I did before, because that's possible.
Because you loved it when it was at 100%.
Because I loved it when it was at 100%.
But now you love it even more.
You can multiply something, but you can't. You can't.
This sounds like a lot like how I try to rationalize things when I'm wrong.
Shut your
Can I
mouth.
ask a question?
You shut it. You what more?
I do it too.
Mathematically, is there such a thing as 1,000%?
So if you, Maury, okay, got your ass kicked every single day, right? And then what happened was next year, you got your ass kicked like a lot, like all day long, you got your ass kicked. Somebody could do the math on that and say Maury's ass kickings increased by 162% year over year. Okay?
So is there a limit to how much ass kicking? Like, is there a limit?
Now, if I said I'm going to kick Maury's ass, and I'm going to give it 150%, somebody could then say, well, that's impossible because the max you can output is 100%. You can only give 100%. Now, if I kicked your ass using 100% of what I'm able to give, they could register the damage I've done on your body with my hands.
Yes.
Then I could come back with a sledgehammer. Oh! Okay, and I could really destroy you. That same doctor could look at the damage from my hands and then the damage from the sledgehammer and say that I've increased the damage to your body by like 250%. That would work.
Seems like you've mapped this out.
Megan, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show. We appreciate you. We love you for it. And between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
I was hoping you'd ask this because it used to be Roz. But it's changed to Mocha, not because of this. It's Mocha. Honestly, after binging the podcast on some long drives, you are the expert at the subtle troll job to Roz. And you play the joke so straight that you trick him.
Truth.
And convince him. I love the slow troll jobs, Mocha. I mean, your energy is better than coffee in the morning and your absolute husband goals. But it's the troll jobs that I love.
I left the studio one day last week with no pants because Mocha tricked me.
No, dude, you totally look fine. I swear, everyone's going to think it's cool.
Okay. And just so everybody knows, okay, if my maths were off in all of that I was just going through, don't at me, okay? I don't care.
At Roz Weston, by the way.
Okay.
ROZWESTON.
You can tweet me and tell me I'm right or tell me I'm wrong. The reality is this, okay, you throw your tweet down a well because it's as good as tweeting it at me because I don't care.
1,000% he doesn't care. Love you, Megan.
Love you guys too. Take care.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Celebrate Thanksgiving in the States, that is.
Yeah. It's a big weekend.
Huge. Football today, food today. That's really what it's all about.
Black Friday tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. So Dan and Maury made some cold calls to talk food, to talk about what's on the table, what are your sides to folks in the U.S., specifically Mississippi, New Orleans, and South Carolina. And here's how that went.
Roz, that's not what I look like after a Thanksgiving dinner. When it comes to you and me, we are all 50 shades of gravy, baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's give them pumpkin to talk about. And for you, I'm all about that based. Oh, go stuff yourself. Wow. We're celebrating American Thanksgiving. Let's kick things off with a call to Mississippi.
Hello.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, what's on the table? What are we cooking?
Turkey and dressing.
What are the sides?
We got ham, we got deviled eggs, we got string beans, we got Mexican cornbread.
Really? This sounds fantastic.
Sauce, ham. We got pecan pie, too.
Pecan pie?
Yes.
Okay, if I was coming to your place for dinner for Thanksgiving and I wanted to bring something, can I bring my special mac and cheese?
Yes, we love mac and cheese. It's the South, man.
Okay, in my mac and cheese is macaroni, cheese, obviously, tuna, a hard-boiled egg, ketchup.
I don't know about that one, but it all goes in the same place.
That's what I always say. All right, before I let you go, I got to get your best turkey impression. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, I don't celebrate holidays.
But Thanksgiving's all about the food.
I fast on Thanksgiving, but thank you, though.
Jeez.
Jeez.
And from Mississippi, we're heading west to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving.
Who this is?
It's Maury from the Roz and Mocha Show.
Oh, everything all right?
Yeah, what are you cooking?
Turkey.
Anything else? What are the side dishes?
Cooking turkey, cooking ham, and gumbo.
What's in gumbo?
Call me back. I'm busy right now. Call me back.
Okay, but I just hello? Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thanksgiving is all about the food. You got to tell me what you're making this year for Thanksgiving.
Well, I did gumbo dressing, sweet potato pie, mustard greens, and cornbread.
Oh, honey, can I please fly there from Canada? Oh. Why did the farmer have to separate the chicken and the turkey?
I don't know.
Okay, he sensed foul play. And now we're heading to South Carolina.
She did not like that one.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you.
You got to tell me what you're preparing this year.
Turkey and collard greens and rice, macaroni.
Macaroni.
That's it.
Okay, I have the best macaroni. Can I tell you my macaroni secret?
Tell me.
It's normal macaroni and cheese. Then you add a hard-boiled egg, tuna, and ketchup.
Oh, well, okay.
So how about I package that up and bring that over as a guest?
Nope.
Hello.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thanksgiving is all about the food. What are you preparing this year? What are some of the awesome dishes you're making?
Cranberries.
Yeah.
Sweet potato casserole. Still love the turkey and dressing, even though sometimes that's been around for years and years.
Very good. Now, can I get your best turkey impression?
I guess I can try.
What did the turkey say to the computer?
I have no idea.
Google.
That's exactly what he should have said.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, lamb, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys,
We're talking about U.S. Thanksgiving, and I totally forgot, dude. Totally forgot to play for you what has become an instant classic. And we played the hell out of this last year. But when talking about U.S. and how serious they are about Thanksgiving, about the food, especially about the sides, a big topic that comes up every single year is always the mac and cheese.
Yep.
And if you go on Twitter right now, mac and cheese has been trending all night, overnight, up until right now. Because people are excited about mac and cheese. People have started preparing for their mac and cheese.
People are very particular about
People
their
have
mac and
been
cheese.
posting photos of their baked macaroni and cheese that's already done.
See, I don't bake my mac and cheese.
Let me tell you, bro. Some of these pictures
I know.
look so
I know.
good.
I
The
know.
one thing I have not been able to find, though, in all these tweets, nobody is giving up their recipe for mac and cheese.
Isn't that wild? It's so secretive with families. And really, the only people that eat it are the people in your family. And you keep that secret from your own family.
And they will flex so hard about how amazing their mac and cheese is. Look at this picture. Look at the consistency.
Yeah.
But they will never share a recipe.
Isn't that wild?
Last year, a clip went viral of this auntie that was hella mad because her niece was tasked with making the mac and cheese. But her niece decided to not go with the original plan, the original recipe, and add her own kind of flavor to it. Add
she
something
made it her
else.
own.
And auntie was not happy at all.
Since you up the macaroni and cheese, you're cleaning up all this by yourself. Junior, Dejana, nor me are gonna help you clean up. We told you don't put that in the macaroni and cheese, but you insist on putting it. So since you want to do things your damn way, we gonna do it our way. We get ready to go upstairs and go to sleep while you clean up all this for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you, but guess what? This ain't fair that we couldn't even get a decent thing of macaroni and cheese. We gotta wait to go back to Goose, but he came here to make us some damn macaroni and damn cheese. Cause you decided to do some bull you done seen off the damn internet. Don't experiment on damn Thanksgiving. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving. You experiment by your damn self.
With cream cheese before.
Hell, don't
That's right. It's because she put cream cheese in it, right? I forgot about that. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving. Don't you experiment on Thanksgiving.
Don't experiment on damn Thanksgiving. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well, look who decided to show up to work.
What? Who, me?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, where else I gotta be? I understand if I had some big fantastic life, but I got nowhere else to be. I've been looking forward to this since I left on Friday.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I had a great weekend.
Yeah?
Man, oh man.
Did you go to the mall? I bet you did. Everybody did.
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything.
You didn't go to the mall?
No.
You didn't go grocery shopping?
Well, yeah, I went grocery shopping because we can always go grocery shopping.
I know, but
I didn't
extra,
do
buy extra
no.
groceries.
No,
because this was the weekend that everybody was out.
No, I didn't do it.
You had people.
I went and bought my regular things at the grocery store.
Yeah,
and I'm going to go again today.
You don't want to go to the mall to buy like a shirt?
No.
Or pants?
No.
No. Oh.
When have you ever seen me with new pants?
Good question. Never.
Right? Never. Ever, right? I have no business in a mall anymore. I used
Apparently
to love going to the mall.
though.
It's
Everyone
crazy.
Had a lot of business going to the mall.
It's crazy. Everybody
between people at the mall and people protesting downtown.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait for those numbers to spike in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Listen, it's so jacked up, man, and all these new rules. I was reading what in Winnipeg, what they're doing with the Walmart, where you can go in and buy certain things, but you can't buy like non-essential things. So they have caution tape and saran wrap over like children's clothing and stuff. And then other stores, like if you are a sort of small store, what I don't understand is this. So if you are a small store, but you sell certain things, right? Like let's just say some of the things you sell are essential, vitamins and this kind of thing, right? But in that store, you also sell something that is like non-essential.
Chocolate bar.
A tea towel.
Sure.
Okay. I love vitamins on it, right? It goes well with the vitamins. It's all brand whatever, right? So you can sell the vitamins, but you're not allowed to sell the tea towel. But somebody can come into the store and buy the vitamins. Mm-hmm. They cannot purchase the tea towel.
No.
But they can go to their car and call you and say, hey, can I buy that tea towel?
And then they'll say, hey, curbside pickup.
Curbside pickup.
And then you're like, guess what? I'm already at the curb.
Yes, right? It's like, I spent so much of my weekend trying to actually like figure out all the rules and stuff. And I don't even know. Catherine had to do curbside pickup last night she had to go to Michael's. To pick something up and had to do curbside pickup.
You've been spending a lot of money at Michael's lately.
Oh, my God. Tell me about it. Listen, you got
a lineup outside Michael's.
You got an 11-year-old kid at home. Michael's is your lifeline, right? Yeah, that's it. Like everything is Michael's.
I had to go to 3 different stores to get fresh cranberries. Everyone's out of fresh cranberries.
Is it when is cranberry season? I don't even, does that matter or it doesn't matter?
I don't know. I thought Are you sure? I thought cranberry season's like in the summertime.
Well, then I did find a place that had only organic fresh
God,
cranberries.
what'd you pay for those?
$3.99 for a tiny little handful of cranberries.
What do you need fresh cranberries for?
Thank you for asking. My famous pumpkin cranberry loaf.
Oh, your famous what?
my world famous.
Serves you right, man. Serves you right. Yeah. What are you making, a pumpkin? What is it?
Cranberry loaf.
Pumpkin cranberry loaf. Oh, no wonder Matthew's mad at you.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the barbecue jabroni.
Yeah. The guy's just reckless now, huh?
Yeah, I know. I wanted to really just I don't know.
Well, now he's being.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Now he's out of hand.
So the barbecue joint out in Etobicoke opened again yesterday, and the bylaw officers showed up, and they handed him a bunch of fines. To break down exactly sort of how extreme this could get as far as what he could owe in fines, we talked to Megan Gray at Toronto Police.
The fines depends. There are different fines for individuals and there are different fines for corporations. So when it comes to an individual, the fines range from $10,000 to $100,000 in some cases. They can also go all the way up to $500,000. When it comes to the corporation, the fines start at $10,000 and can go up to $10 million.
But he's saying that he's going to open up again this morning.
So Toronto police are aware of the announcement that there could be another reopening today, and we will have officers on site to respond when it's necessary.
Now let's go to the politicians. Doug Ford chiming in.
Buddy, let me tell you something. You need to shut down. You're putting people's lives in jeopardy.
Doug Ford's like, yo, tag me in. Tag me in.
And his tag
Buddy,
partner.
let me tell you something. You need to shut down. You're putting people's lives in jeopardy.
I love it.
John Tory also commenting on the idea that he may open again today.
People who choose to flout the law, in my book, should have my book should have the book thrown at them, and should have every consequence that we can possibly muster. And again, that will be in the discretion of the law enforcement people in the end. But I think that message should be loud and clear to those people that it is not going to be countenanced. It's not going to be put up with, and they shouldn't be doing it. They're showing disrespect for the law, but they're also showing disrespect for all the other people who live in the city of Toronto and for their health and well-being. It is a disgrace, quite frankly, that people would do that. I'm still not entirely happy because that place, we should have found a way, and we're going to still look to find a way to have it closed at 11:01 if it was open at 11. Maybe 11 o'clock and 30 seconds.
Oh, damn. Challenge accepted, sir. Yo, why don't they just take the license away and just shut the place down completely?
They don't have a license.
Oh.
That was the other part of the story, is that he doesn't have a business license,
So
which
how's he allowed
also
to operate?
means, as far as I know, that the restaurant hasn't had a health inspection either.
Wait, so how's he able to run a business without a business license?
He had said that because when COVID happened, they were just sort of starting with that location and backlogs, and they couldn't get the license together, but everything's in the process of doing it. I don't know, man.
So it should be easier to shut the place down completely.
I don't know. I really don't.
Shut her down.
Shut her down.
If there's any meat in the fridge, feel free to pass it on over on this side. I'll cook it up this
Don't
weekend.
get me wrong. I'm a little hungry. Right? Like if you're shutting down at 11:01, it would take you probably no traffic this time of day. It would take you probably maybe 20 minutes to get here. 25.
How good
Let's just say.
would a pulled pork sandwich be right now?
Bro, I'd kill.
Just a couple of them?
I'd kill.
Oh, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You see the story about the community fridge in Parkdale?
No.
So it's really beautiful. Like the whole notion behind it and the people behind it and what they're doing it's really beautiful. So it's a fridge on the street that's plugged into a business that it's in front of. And it's a community fridge so people can fill it with things.
Oh, nice.
And it's not like when you look at it, it's not like garbage. Like it's actual things that people would need.
Mm-hmm.
And you are, as a sort of individual who is going through whatever you may be going through, or you can't afford food, or you can't eat, or whatever it is, you can go to the fridge and just take from the fridge.
Okay.
And it's wonderful. It's awesome. And there's a couple of them around the city, but the one in Parkdale just got shut down.
Why?
Because of a bylaw. Do you remember when you were a kid? And maybe your mom wasn't like this, or maybe you didn't grow up in the place like where I grew up.
Okay.
But I always knew as a kid, I have very clear memories, multiple memories of my mother warning me about the dangers of a fridge on the side of the road.
No.
You never got this warning from your mother? Constantly.
Never.
Like if I would ever go anywhere, my mom would always say, what do you do if you find a fridge? And I would always have to say, you don't go in it, Ma. And she would go, yeah, you're right.
Say for safety reasons, don't open the fridge, don't go in it, because once you go in, if that door closes, you're stuck in there.
No, you're not. In those
I'm saying that's what your parents are going to tell you.
Yes, because old school ice boxes used to lock from the outside. Okay? But now if you go in a fridge and you close the door, you can just open the door, right? Like those old school fridges don't exist anymore. But that's what my mother was terrified that I would crawl into one day, and then she would get a phone call that I died in a fridge.
Right.
So that's the bylaw that...
Even now that exists today?
That's the bylaw of the abandoned fridge bylaw, and if it's for safety reasons, is what they cited to tell the Parkdale Community Fridge that they had to remove it or they would get fined.
But these fridges that are left around, they're not abandoned fridges.
Thank you.
They're being used. There's a
100%.
purpose for these fridges.
Yes.
To be filled.
Yes.
For food to be taken out for those who need it, and then for it to be replenished by the community.
Absolutely.
So there's no danger.
Well, no. There's no. The only danger is that people who may be hungry get something to eat. People who may feel embarrassed for asking for help don't have to. And people who have enough to give have a place to now do it. That's the danger. That's as dangerous as this gets.
Yeah.
And yet it's shut down. And so now I guess they're looking for somebody who can maybe host it on private property, like just stick it on your garage or something like that in Parkdale and just let people walk up your driveway. Because didn't they do this with that guy that was making those shelters too? Didn't they shut him down? You know that
They
guy?
shut him down?
Remember that guy who was making the shelters for the homeless?
Yeah.
Like wood insulated little tiny boxes
really
that
nice,
they could sleep in. Yeah, he got shut down.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
The city shut him down?
Yes, they did.
Why?
Because they were on, you're not allowed to build that stuff on public property. So now, again, he had to then go looking for people on private property who would be willing to house these tiny little structures.
Like, there should be
Right?
a pass. Come on, y'all.
Dude, I'm telling you.
In an era where we're all supposed to be looking after each other, taking care of one another.
Yep.
Right? Being good. And, like,
Yep.
especially going, like, the first time in history that we're all going into the holiday season like this.
Yeah.
The one time where people need people the most.
Yes.
To be compassionate.
Yes.
To be helpful. To be
Yes.
loving. To be caring.
Yes.
This is the one time.
Yes.
Throw a pass.
Yes. But no.
Come on, man.
Your fridge has to go.
That ain't cool.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Your fridge has to go. That's the big problem right now. That's the problems that they're trying
So
to
all
fix.
the other fridges that are around the city
I think
getting
the other ones are okay because I
taken
don't
down?
actually know where the locations are, whether they're on private property, or I don't know those. I only know the story of the Parkdale community fridge, which to me is just, it's sad.
Yeah.
Like you.
Those, remember, there used to be the free little library, those little booths where you could, leave a book, take a book.
Yeah, that's basically what it's like, right?
Yeah.
It's like those little, it's the exact same sort of notion, only it's food and it's feeding people and it's helping people. But apparently the Jagovs in charge think that it's dangerous and that children are going to crawl into this fridge.
You know
remove all
another
the
fridge is
food.
going to pop up somewhere.
It has to. It has to. Parkdale's an awesome neighborhood. Somebody will find a way to put this on a little skip of private property, and then
a new
and then
fridge
it'll be
will
fine.
pop up.
It'll be fine. I'm just saying
With even
that,
more food.
Yes, the headline for this and the story behind this is just gross, though.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
podcast.
Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson have been in Toronto for about a month now, actually a little bit more than a month, filming their movie, Man from Toronto. And there's a guy in the city who is a huge, huge Kevin Hart fan and decided to spend his own money to try to get Kevin Hart's attention.
Yeah, he put up a billboard. He went old school. I mean, he went viral for something very retro. He bought like a billboard on the side of a road that's like, hey, Kevin, and it worked.
Sunny, what's up, dude? It's Roz Mocha. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
So you're just as big of a Kevin Hart fan as I am. But I don't know if I would put $3,000 into having a billboard put up over the city to get Kevin Hart's attention the way you did.
Thank you. Should I take it as a compliment or as a diss?
Well, listen, man, did it work?
Oh, awesome, right? And me and Kevin are friends now, so $3,000.
Oh, you're best friends.
Okay.
So
when did the billboard go up, and how many days after the billboard went up did Kevin Hart reach out to you and DM you?
I believe we put up the billboard sometime late last week, around Wednesday, Thursday, and within 48 hours, we had his attention. We had over 1,000 reposts on Instagram, and that was the part of the plan that if we can make that happen and use the power of social media to catch his attention, that's exactly what happened. We had, I believe, 1,100 reposts on Instagram, and within less than a day or two, I see him replying back and started following us on Instagram. And then since that day, we've exchanged so many messages on Instagram.
So what are you saying what are you guys saying through DMs?
I mean, it's a pretty simple conversation. It's the first I sent, once I tagged him, the original post that he saw is like, hey, bro, where's my selfie? You know I'm a fan. And then he replies, man, this is dope as hell. Please DM me your number and I will arrange for sure. And then I gave him my number. And then from there onwards, another message, I'm going to call you in a short while. And then later down, it just keeps going. I'm going to meet you in next few days when I'm off work. The schedule has been really nuts. Then I shared more that, hey, we're trending and we're going viral. We're on every single news channel. He's like, you're my man. And then it just keeps going and going back and forth like that.
So has he called? He hasn't called you yet, though, right?
No, he hasn't called me yet. We exchanged like quite a lot, lots of messages on Instagram.
No nudes, though, huh?
Huh?
So what's the plan for when you guys meet? Like, what are you going to say to him? I know you're going to be super excited, but like, what are you hoping happens with this exchange now?
So, see, to be honest, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a YouTuber. I've got about 5 or 6 million followers myself on between Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So I'm a big fan of his stand-up comedy in my content, or even between my family and friends. That's what I do. I roast people and I joke around. So the whole idea is to just exchange a few jokes. You know, I wanted to learn the art of comedy from him. I watch his stand-up comedy, and it's not just now. I've been watching stand-up comedy for years. So that's exactly I want to do. I want to crack some jokes with him, and you know, if I'm lucky, I'll ask him. Hey, you know, I know it's COVID-19, but can we pull the mask down and take a picture so that I can put that picture back on billboard and just drop the mic and tell haters, hey, I did it.
So I'm getting the sense that you don't so much want a selfie with Kevin Hart. You want to be Kevin Hart's best friend.
Well, I mean, there is no way he's gonna be my best friend. Just let's make it very clear. But I want the guy of his caliber. There is no way he won't even consider me my friend. But you know, I'm brown. I'll make my way there. Now, once we know somebody's name, we make it happen, bro. You're my friend.
Yo, Sunny, so once you get that photo with Kevin Hart, are you going to replace the billboard that you have right now? Oh, okay. So you're going to do it. You're going to do it.
Oh, you just got to wait, because how much love and hate I got. I owe this to the haters. I'm going to put the new picture back right up, and I'm going to throw a mic. I'm going to literally put up a picture where I'm dropping a mic. It's like, here you go, mic drop. Here you go, haters. Here's my selfie with Kevin Hart.
Why were you getting hate?
I had no idea that this will happen, and people are always like, oh, you're using CERB money. Like, I never took the CERB. I'm an entrepreneur. I've got big business. I mean, before you comment, Google me at least, right?
People thought that you spent your CERB money to put up a billboard to meet Kevin Hart.
Just go and read the comments. My wife banned me to go online and read those comments. She's like, you're just going to get depressed. Or go back to your country. I'm like, what country? I've been here all my life.
Yo, Sunny, thanks so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show. You put up that billboard to get Kevin Hart's attention, to get a selfie. He replied to you, and the selfie is going to happen. The meetup is definitely going to happen, and you guys have now been exchanging messages like for almost a week now, right?
Yes, and we're still not best friends yet, though, but, you know, we're brown, so I'm going to make sure this happens.
Gotcha.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be on the show, and I'm a big fan, long-time fan. Thank you very much for having me.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hey, Leanna. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
What's going on?
So my sister was cheated on, and I need help on how to be there for her.
Oh, yeah.
No.
You said this, Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. My sister just found out her husband has been cheating on her, and they have split. They are currently separated and talking about getting a divorce. I'm just looking for some advice on how I can help her through this, and if we have any advice to offer you. Are there kids involved?
No kids, thankfully.
Okay.
How long were they together for? Not that it matters. He cheated, but...
So they were together for 7 years, married for 2.
So your role as a sort of supportive sibling in all of this is, number one, just be there for her and to find out, like, if she needs anything, like if she needs somebody to go to the lawyer's office with her, if she needs somebody who,
even to help find a lawyer, like all that stuff. But I think as far as just emotional support, I think that you can play a very important role in this. And one is to be there with her and just sit and do the things that sisters do. So if you guys are just going to hang out and watch a movie and get drunk, do that. If you're going to watch The Bachelorette together, just do that. Like, not everything has to be a way to get over it. Sometimes you guys just need to kick it. I will say this: if you're going to offer her any advice, tell her to really wind down the amount of time she spends on social media during all of this.
Okay.
Okay, because social media is a place of where you see a lot of people leading lives that are much better than yours, and social media is where you may see, somebody who, you can go and try and find the person that he was cheating with, and you're going to do your own research. It's a terrible place to be when you're going through something like this. So,
and especially going into the holidays,
exactly.
Yeah.
So tell her to stay off social media as much as she can. It's no good. It is not healthy when you're going through any sort of breakup or divorce. And then the other thing that I would say is you don't know how all this is going to pan out because feelings change. And I would advise her to not go full on venting to anybody else but you about the cheating husband, because the more people she tells that this guy is an absolute piece of garbage, she will then have to deal with if they decide to get back together.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I am. Like, I don't want to get too far on like hating on him.
Yeah.
Just in case, because like it's much more complicated than you think it would be. Like when you've been together for that long and there's feelings involved, that it's like a thought in the back of my head. So I'm trying to like kind of balance that line too.
Yeah, Leanna, I think the best thing you can do is to let your sister know that you're there for her for anything that she needs.
Okay.
And that she's going to be okay, and that she's going to get through this. Offer some encouragement.
Okay, that's kind of what we've been going with. So
yeah. And you guys are doing the right thing then.
Let her vent, but let her know that you're the one that she vents to.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I like that advice, yeah.
Has her ex-husband tried to call her or try to get back with her or anything like that?
No, he's super strange, super out of character, and has said nothing. It's very odd.
Okay.
Hasn't even really apologized or anything, which makes it so much stranger behavior.
Was it a one night stand, or is he in a relationship?
No, it was a year long with multiple different people.
Wow.
So,
multiple.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite the shock too, and he lied when she found out. So
of course
how did she find out?
Well, so it happened, I guess, a year ago. So he had a one-time thing, and they talked through it, and she thought they were moving past it.
Yeah.
And she had a feeling it was happening again. Went through his phone and found multiple people, and then she confronted him, and he just denied it. And she's like, "Well, I have proof. So now not only did you cheat, but you're lying as well." So that made it all the worse. And I don't know. It's very odd. He's shut down completely.
Yeah. It's tough when you've gone through this multiple times and have forgiven somebody for it, because you sort of forget to realize how important trust is, and you start thinking to yourself, well, maybe I can, maintain this relationship or build something new where trust isn't as important as it used to be. You start thinking these crazy thoughts. You really, you really do. And you have to keep her from thinking those thoughts. You have to keep her focused on moving forward, as opposed to trying to rebuild something that hurts so much, because it's going to start to hurt a whole lot less. And once it starts to hurt a whole lot less, he's going to start looking a whole lot better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did that help, Leanna?
Yeah, that helped a lot. Thank you. And I just want to say a quick thanks too. We lost our dad earlier this year.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And, you guys were huge on sometimes just being the only thing that made me laugh or smile during the day. So it was great. So just want to say thank you, because I don't think you guys know
Leanna,
what you guys do to help everyone.
No,
thank you for listening. Sending so much love to you and your family.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Hey, are they letting Ken Jennings host Jeopardy now? Is that the deal?
Yeah, the first few episodes, yes.
What do you mean the first few episodes?
And then what?
He's the temporary host until they figure out who the full host is.
I think they're going to keep him on. I think they'll keep him on.
Are we happy with that? I think it's fine.
No.
He doesn't really have a fun personality, in my opinion.
He's not likable. He's not
really? People hate him?
No, yeah, that's not. I don't think I like Ken. I like Ken Jennings. I think there's a difference between liking somebody and somebody being likable. I don't think Ken Jennings is charming, and I think that he's had ample opportunity to sort of be charming, but I don't think he is charming. I think he was a great contestant because he came out there and was just a machine and didn't need to be charming. But
he was there for a different purpose, right?
Exactly. But I don't believe that Ken Jennings is the right choice. Even if they go with him, I mean, Jeopardy's still going to be Jeopardy. Who else do you get? That becomes the question. But executive producer Mike Richards says, Alex believed in the importance of the show and always said that he wanted it to go on after him. Will honor his legacy by continuing to produce the game that he loved. So when Jeopardy does resume production on
January, I believe.
November 30th,
Yeah, because they have Alex Trebek episodes up until Christmas.
Oh, sorry, new ones start airing in January.
Yeah, so then the new one they'll need to have episodes ready to go, right?
So they're going to be rolling with guest hosts, and first up is Ken Jennings.
Have they announced anybody else?
No.
They used Ken in categories, like they were sort of seeing how he would do.
They brought him on as a producer, so he could sort of get to know how the show works and everything
he was
else.
also on categories, like he would, I guess,
No,
say some of the questions.
no, he's an employee, though. It's not like he's not an employee. He's been an employee of Jeopardy for a while now.
Yeah.
To sort of get him used to this, because they knew that they were going to lose Alex. But, God, I don't know.
What does this do to the value of my Ken Jennings bobblehead?
What? Absolutely nothing.
How much did you pay for it?
No, I got it for free.
Oh, then zero. It's still zero. It's still.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol.
Oh man, both off to LA.
Both off to LA. One of the Clippers, one to the Lakers.
They're going to go and hang with our ex, Kawhi.
Yeah, I know.
Man, probably going to talk about us.
So Serge's full statement. I won't read the whole thing, but he's a bit busted up about it. How to explain what Toronto, Canada, and the Raptors mean to me? What?
Before you keep playing.
Okay,
go ahead.
How to explain what Toronto, Canada, and the Raptors mean to me? I was welcomed to a new country and a new team more than 3 years ago, and I felt at home from day one. I feel really blessed to have played for this city, these fans, and this organization. The love I have received during this journey, I will never forget. I want to thank Larry Tenenbaum and MLSE and the whole Toronto Raptors organization. It is a really great organization that takes care of its players, and I'm thankful that I became an NBA champion with them. I've had great teammates from front office and staff next to me. And of course, a fan base that is second to none. So thank you, Toronto. Thank you, Canada. And thank you, Raptors. I'm one of yours forever. #We the North.
I thought you said you weren't going to read the whole thing.
I decided I was going to. I changed my mind.
Come on, man.
I didn't know where to end it.
Like, it hurts. It still hurts. It stings.
That's a big one, huh?
Yeah.
Because he's such personality too, right?
Yeah, he was much more than the Surge that we knew on the court.
Yeah, I know. He's
like Marc
really...
Gasol, that one doesn't sting as much.
No.
Because I only know him as his on-court performance.
Yeah.
The guy who was there, right?
Absolutely. Every now and then you get a player who brings identity to an organization. And Serge was one of the people that brought identity to the Raptors while he was there. And you've seen it in other sports, and you've seen it on other NBA teams before, where it's just that one guy. They're not the best. They're not the star, but they are the identity of that team. And Serge Ibaka was definitely that. And miss that guy.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's do the news!
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Well, it's here. Monster has arrived. Justin Bieber and Shawn Mendes. Sounds like this.
But what if I trip? What if I fall? Then am I the monster? Just let me know. And what if I sin?
Yo, this song is so good. I love it, man.
Then am I the monster? Yeah. Just let me know. Yeah.
And Justin Bieber not happy with Google.
Why?
So I guess what happens when you do a Google image search of Justin Bieber,
yeah,
and he did it, he doesn't like the pictures that show up first.
Ooh.
Because they're...
Yo, let me do this.
All terrible pictures when he was like battling Lyme disease and looking disheveled. And so this is Justin Bieber talking about Google.
This is so frustrating considering I took a lot of time to get healthy and feel as though like people try to legitimately sabotage me. Now watch. All of the top photos are me looking disheveled, right? I was obviously going through a tough time, but it's like these are the photos that the media tries to run with. It's frustrating me. I wish they would change it. I've asked them to change it. I've done a lot of photo shoots since then, and they don't have to put these photos, but they do. And I don't know why.
So I'm looking, and yeah, this is not the Bieber that we know now. These are all the mustache Biebers.
Yeah. And
there's some like current stuff, like, I don't know, maybe his Google's different from mine.
And that happens. Like when you, depending on where you are, you can Google things and your searches will be completely different from my searches depending on where you are in the world.
Could be a hell of a lot worse. If you Google search me, it's a naked photo of me squishing a watermelon with my thighs.
That's true. And what winds up happening is, I'm not 100% sure exactly why pictures are ranked the way they are, but I know it has something to do with it like it's clarity. It's not a lot of metadata, but it's whether the naming of the picture matches perfectly with the actual image, and also how often that picture is used on sites and how popular those sites are. So if you look at those pictures of Justin Bieber, because that was a big story when he was going through Lyme disease and it was picked up everywhere, that's the picture that all these places used.
Gotcha.
And therefore, that is the picture that is actually the most popular.
So a lot of the websites that these photos are attached to are like USA Today and Billboard and Pop Sugar and People and Vanity Fair and the BBC and Variety and the New Yorker and Forbes.
Yeah.
So like these are big major outlets.
Yes,
that these pictures are attached to.
They
right?
are, and that's part of it. And it also matters whether the picture originates in one place and those people pull that picture from that place, or if these individuals are posting the individual picture themselves.
Gotcha.
And so there's all sorts of different metrics and rules as to why things wind up there.
Yeah.
But you just said it. I mean, that was the most popular because it was such a big story.
And
it's
some of
not
these pictures are like on some of these sites that I've labeled or I've mentioned. Some of the pictures are the same. So yeah, they could be.
It is the same picture. That's
taken from wherever, right?
And it's not because they're cruel, but because it was such a huge story.
Yeah.
is the reason why behind that. Cardi B is slamming critics after being named Billboard's Woman of the Year.
Yes, I am a Woman of the Year. And for you, Cardi B, it's like, but she only got one song. Yeah, I got that song. You know, the one that sold the most, the one that streamed the most, the one that had Republicans crying on Fox News about it, the one that have a song that's about to be 6-time platinum in 3 months, the one that had your grandma popping her on TikTok. Yeah,
wow.
That one.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You say it, Cardi B. Go ahead.
Did you see that press conference yesterday with Rudy Giuliani on YouTube? Did you watch any of that?
Yo, why is he melting?
Like, I can't even get into what they were talking about because it's too wild. It's too wild. Like, if they're telling the truth, they're talking about voter fraud and ties to Venezuelans, to Chavez.
Not sweat management?
And everybody else. Not sweat management.
Okay.
But if they're lying, they will go, they'll lose their careers and be disbarred and everything else. And if they're not lying, then people will investigate and they'll figure it all out. So let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that on a very important day, okay, where you're going in front of the world's media and you got to make a point, he uses temporary hair dye.
Mm-hmm.
And he started sweating and he was leaking brown all over himself. And it doesn't matter. He could have dropped the biggest bombshell at that press conference yesterday and it wouldn't have mattered because the foolishness and narcissism of somebody to go up there with everything that is important to him that he felt that he had to tell the world. You use a temporary hair dye.
I know.
And you start sweating under those lights. Now, that's not the worst of it. So nobody up there, okay? If this is your crew and this is your team, and I see you and you start leaking, okay?
I know.
I'm telling you, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and be like, bro.
Wipe.
Not one of those people on that stage told him that he was leaking. And if you notice, he wiped with the same tissue that he blew his nose with.
Oh,
now, here's the other weird thing. And maybe this is an old guy move. You know, old guys always have like that.
The handkerchief?
The handkerchief, okay? So if you watch him at the beginning of the press conference when he's standing off to the side, he blows his nose. Now, normal humans, when you blow your nose with something, you take it off your face and you fold it inwards. So whatever comes out of your nose is folded in. Okay?
Don't tell me this is going to be something gross.
Rudy Giuliani blows his nose.
Yeah.
And then folds it outwards.
Yeah.
Okay? And then starts wiping his face with the same cloth that he just blew his nose with.
You are disgusting, man.
Okay?
Come on.
How do you not know you're doing that?
Yeah, also, you're not going to win.
Right?
Like, come on, bro.
How do you not know you're doing that? Old guys.
Maybe he was very nervous. He must have been nervous.
Giuliani doesn't get nervous.
There was one of the newspapers in the States, I can't remember which one, but the headline had a picture of him melting, and the headline read, Uzi Giuliani. So gross.
There was a lot of My Cousin Vinny trending yesterday because that's what happened to him, remember? But why not just go to the drugstore, have one of your people go to Walgreens and grab a medium to dark brown. You have 9 hairs on your head. This is going to take you all of 20 minutes total, right? And just put a permanent in there or a semi-permanent. It's going to kind of wash out. It'll wear out. It'll look a little bit more natural. But this temporary hair dye that you get in a can and you spray it on there, or use a toothbrush and you comb it through.
Ugh.
It's so irresponsible.
Yeah, you idiot.
You're such an idiot. The first Batman comic sold for a record, what, Mocha? So this was 1939's Detective Comics.
Yeah.
And it was the comic that had made the first appearance of the Batman. It was, I'm trying to remember what number it was. It was number 27. So it's Detective Comics number 27 in 1939. This is an unrestored copy of this comic. It rated a 7.0. So, and that's barely the highest. There's only like 3 in the world that have ever scored a 7.0 this high for an unrestored version. And I'll tell you this, the last record broken for this exact same comic was $1,075,000. That was 10 years ago.
I was going to say like $2 million.
$2 million, yeah, 1.5.
Oh, wow.
Somebody paid 1.5 for the I guess what would be the first Batman comic, the first comic that Batman ever made an appearance in. Megan Fox, delightfully uninterested at the American Music Awards last night. That's sort of her thing. She never seems like she wants to do anything. But that's one of the things that makes Megan Fox Megan Fox. She's always been that way. It's like she, you get dressed up, you get the dress, you show up, you know all your lines, but while you're doing it, you give off the sort of illusion that you would like to be anywhere else but exactly where you are. But again,
I guess I'm here.
That's what makes Megan Fox Megan Fox. So she came out last night to introduce Machine Gun Kelly, her boyfriend.
Once in a lifetime magic can happen. For this next performer, we've all been under his spell since his debut in 2012. Performing Bloody Valentine and My Ex's Best Friend, joined tonight by Travis Barker, it's Machine Gun Kelly.
It's like, I guess, whatever. Here he is. Do your thing, babe.
I love it. That's why we love Megan Fox.
Yeah.
So how was the Machine Gun Kelly performance?
Oh, it was good, man. Listen,
what'd you say, Maury?
You didn't like it?
It's so hot.
Oh, he's so hot.
Oh, yeah. I didn't say, how did he look in them Janes? I said, how was the performance? Same thing. Same diff.
Yeah, I ain't mad. Whatever.
So is he not a rapper anymore? What's the deal with Machine Gun Kelly?
I don't think so, man.
All of a sudden when he sings, he has a British accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that?
Well, there you go. So, I don't know. So he's not a rapper anymore, right?
I guess not for this album.
So he's just like a rock star now. Yeah, interesting.
I don't mind it. He's good.
But yeah, you can hear his influences. He's definitely influenced by like a lot of Brits who sing that way. But then again, those Brits, when they sing, they sound like American. Paul McCartney never sounded English.
No, but I don't understand when you talk like an American and then you sing and all of a sudden you're British.
It's an attitude, more. It's an attitude, baby.
You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand. Undertaker showed up last night at Survivor Series 30 years after he made his debut at Survivor Series all those years ago and bid his farewell in character.
My time has come. To let the Undertaker rest in
And then the crowd went nuts.
Yeah. Thank you, Taker.
And he did his salute where he got down on one knee.
Yeah.
And he raised his arm like he did back in the day.
Yeah.
When his manager, Paul Bearer, would hold up the urn where Undertaker gets his powers from.
Yeah, when he'd put that purple glove on.
And a hologram of Paul Bearer, who passed away in 2013, appeared, and everybody went nuts.
Really, huh?
Yeah. I'm seeing so many tweets today.
I was reading
of people who are like, they were getting super emotional.
Of course. And I was reading the People magazine article that they did on Undertaker and his family. And he's 55, right?
Yeah.
And it's a good age to cut it back, to sort of hang it up. But one thing that I did like is I liked that Undertaker said goodbye in character. Like he was saying goodbye to the character. He didn't come out as the guy and do his final farewell.
Right, as Mark Calloway.
As Mark Calloway, right? He came out as Undertaker. So I thought that was really great. But yeah, I would say that not only as a wrestler, but I was thinking about this. Undertaker is one of the great characters in wrestling, no doubt. But he may be one of the best, at least on a list, not at the top, but he's one of the best television characters, I would say, the past 30 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
100%.
Even with all his changes.
Even with all the changes. That character, because the character, it came full circle, right?
Yeah.
And even with all the changes and everything else, but I think that Undertaker, like the dead man that everybody knows, I think it's such a fantastic television character that it really, it's like, it transcends so much that it's bigger than wrestling. Like everybody knows the Undertaker. Like it's stupid. Like people who have no idea what wrestling is, they know the Undertaker. Even if they think it's a goof, they still know the Undertaker.
And that's why it makes sense that you see still trending today.
Yeah.
Hashtag thank you Taker.
Yeah. So I guess according to like a Google search yesterday, everybody started to think that Rihanna was going to be in Black Panther 2.
What?
And then I think it was E! News that came out and confirmed that she was not. I guess when you Googled Black Panther 2, the pictures came up of what the cast was. Like it was just like from a Google search.
Black Panther 2. Okay.
And Rihanna was one of the people pictured in that top row of pictures. So people just automatically assumed that Rihanna was in Black Panther 2.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
There
see
she
that?
is. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, isn't that weird? But it's not happening.
Is it because the young lady that plays Black Panther's younger sister kind of looks like Rihanna?
Maybe. It may be one of those. I don't know. I don't know what the explanation is, but they said it's not happening. So don't get your hopes up there. Donald Trump is finally accepting the transition of power to Joe Biden.
He is?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Oh, he's not.
Okay.
Here's the thing. He's not.
The federal agency overseeing the handover, quote, must do what needs to be done.
Okay. What does that mean?
So basically what they've done is they've allowed the General Services Administration, the GSA, to acknowledge that Joe Biden is, a quote, the apparent winner. And this came right after Michigan's vote was officially certified. And the GSA announcement means that Joe Biden now has access to top security briefings, office space, and government officials as he prepares to take office January 20th.
So he can start moving his stuff in?
Yeah, he can start they can start now with getting organized and getting ready.
All right, get all that IKEA furniture in there.
Yes, you can. It takes a long time to build. It's a big house.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Bay is going to be closed today.
Oh, but I really wanted to go for shopping in Pusateri's.
I know. This whole thing is just so wild. And then when people started pointing out that the Bay was open yesterday, people started calling them narcs. as if the Bay was going to be able to sneak under the radar and stay open without anybody noticing. But I guess they tried to pull it off because, the Bay on Queen has like a Pusateri's in the basement.
Yeah. Beautiful, by the way.
They tried to say that it was like they were a grocery store. Right?
Yeah, I need
for one day.
I need that expensive mustard.
And don't get me wrong. Like, again, man, like, I see no difference between Home Depot and the Bay.
Yeah.
You would fail miserably trying to explain to me the difference between Home Depot and the Bay. For real.
Home Depot does not have a Pusateri.
Okay, no, exactly. I know. What do they have? They have Harvey's, right?
Yeah, and the Subway,
And the Subway,
right?
yeah.
Subway.
Yeah. Okay,
Maybe that's how Home Depot got around it.
Like, okay, so, a valve for the sink, I get, a couple of washers and stuff like that. You got a leak, it's the winter, you don't want it. It's all that stuff is essential. But you can't tell me that children's winter boots at the Bay are not essential.
Or expensive mustard at Pusateri's at the
Or
Bay.
expensive mustard at Pusateri's. Yeah, like what if I will only accept, listen, it's tough times, okay? I need a $23 mustard.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can't tell me that's excessive.
No.
It's okay, that's my mustard of choice. They don't have it anywhere else.
You shouldn't be able to put a price on taste.
Thank you. Right?
On a delicious sandwich.
Thank you. That's what they're saying. So anyway, so the Bay is closed today. They tried to get around it with the whole Pusateri's angle. Didn't work. Grammy nominations out today at noon.
Oh, yeah.
You looking forward to that at all?
Yeah. Who's going to get them all?
I don't know.
Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, who else?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion for sure.
Maren Morris.
Yep.
Most likely. She's always up there. But yeah, I think
Bieber will get some.
I don't.
At all?
No.
Not for this last album?
No, I don't think so.
I think you will.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, I know nothing about music, so take my opinion for what it is.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
So what's going on with that barbecue joint in Etobicoke?
I'll tell more ribs today or what?
Yeah, so he said again, he goes, Etobicoke, 11 a.m. to sold out, dine in. And this is meaning today.
Oh.
So he got shut down yesterday. And I want to get behind the sort of notion of supporting business owners. And the problem with this guy is that he's such a douchebag.
He's taking it too far now.
No, he's such a douchebag.
Thing.
He opened up yesterday and he had every opportunity to sort of build a case for himself and for other small businesses by doing the right thing.
Yeah.
He should have allowed people to come in and you should have walked and you said, listen, man, you can take measuring tape, measure these tables, look at all this plexiglass. Every single human being comes into this place is going to be wearing a mask. Look at everything else. And he didn't do that.
No.
Right? He was walking around yesterday and there's people standing there with no masks on inside, and he refers to it jokingly as, civil disobedience.
Yeah.
Like, can't help it. Look, these guys, I don't know, there's a little civil disobedience going on. No, man.
And
okay?
even the people that showed up, I don't know if they were his friends or coworkers or employees, were just being super aggressive and rude with everybody.
Everything, yes.
Everybody there, right?
Yes.
Like all the media that went out, even the police officers that went out to shut the place down.
Yes.
They were just like being extremely rude as opposed to your point, showing the steps
he gave them exactly
could have been taken.
He became the reason why people need to shut down. His barbecue joint is the equivalent of a party in a storage locker.
Yeah.
Right? You could have done it right. You could have done the right thing. And we asked him to come on the show because we were curious. And he's like, before I come on the show, I need to know how you where you lie on your opinions on COVID. And we're like, we don't. What opinions do we have? Just come on and talk to us about why you want to open up your barbecue place.
Yeah.
Thinking that he would say,
what's the sell?
Thinking that he would say, listen, man, as a small business, I've invested so much money to make sure everybody who comes in this place
As
is
all
safe.
other business
As
owners
all
have
other
said
businesses have
in
said.
the past 9 months.
Right. And he didn't. This guy's not your champion at all. At all.
So he says he's going to open at 11 today.
Yeah.
I'm sure the police will be there shortly after.
Roz and Mocha Q&A.
All right, time to answer some questions, fellas. Hey, Matthew.
Hello.
What's up, dude? It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. And just to be clear, this is not Damn It Maurie's husband, Damn It Matthew. This is a different Matthew.
Can confirm, yes.
Okay. Say what?
You can tell this guy sounds happy.
Oh wow.
Oh, do you want to get into this right now, Maury?
I kid because I love.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew, go ahead.
So my question is, could you sleep in jeans comfortably, like with a cover over you and all?
Yes, I do it all the time.
Oh, all the time?
I do it all the
I've
time.
fallen asleep in jeans and then just like get into the bed with those jeans and pull the covers over. Yeah, I could.
All the time.
It's what I do every day for my nap.
Yeah. You've said many times that you put your pajamas on as soon as you
No,
get home.
but since I got a dog and I get super lazy, I now lie in my full, like what I'm wearing right now for nap time, not nighttime. Nap time, I'll wear this so that when he wakes me up, I can literally just go.
Right, and go walk the dog. Yeah, I sleep in jeans all the time.
Really?
All the time.
Even like throughout the evening?
Like if I fall asleep?
Like, will you get up from the couch? Let's say you fell asleep on the couch, right?
Yeah.
And then you get up to go to bed. Would you change your clothes before you get into bed, or you would just be like, whatever, and just get into the bed with the jeans on?
No, normally if I fall asleep on the couch, I stay on the couch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll just grab a blanket from the end of the couch and throw it over me. But if I'm like going for a nap during the day and I go into the bedroom, I just leave my clothes on.
Really?
Even if I'm wearing a hoodie.
Really?
Do you find that you feel crappier after you wake up? Like you feel schmutzier?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because I always get, like, I find it cozy, right? Like, I find it such an indulgence. Like, it's such a gift for me when I have the time where I could just run into the bedroom, just be fully clothed and just dive into the bed, where I have a thing that I do. It's a treat that I give myself in the bed. Both of you shut up.
That's not kind of treat, guys.
So here's the treat that I give myself in the bed, and why.
Listen, damn it, Matthew, shut up.
Okay.
Wait, before you tell your story, Matthew, can you sleep like comfortably in jeans?
Absolutely not. You get way too hot.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And
You're just not doing it right, bro.
No, yeah, I get
Hold
all.
on,
I get.
shush, I need to hear what Ross does in bed.
I get sweaty. So here's the treat that I give myself in bed. Okay, so on weekends, and then definitely like Friday night and Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Friday night and Saturday night are treat nights.
Okay.
And Monday afternoons when I'm not doing the TV show are also treat times.
Okay.
So I go into the bed.
Yes.
And I get under the covers.
Yes. Fully clothed.
Fully, or nude, whatever it is, right? If it's Friday night, it's nude. Catherine's in there too, right? And here's the treat that I give myself and where I feel so blessed and so lucky.
Okay.
Is on those occasions, I can fall asleep not facing my phone. I allow myself to fall asleep on the opposite
That's
side.
such a disappointing story.
And it's such a gift because
So instead of falling asleep like on your left side, you can fall asleep on your right?
The opposite. Instead of falling asleep on my right, I can now fall asleep on my left because I have such paranoia that I'm going to sleep through an alarm that when I go to bed, I lie on my side with my face about like 4 inches away from my phone.
Just in case.
And just in case. And I will not flip over the other side because I'm terrified that if I'm on that side, I won't hear the alarm go off.
Oh, wow.
So that's my treat that I give myself.
That was
so when I go
build
down,
up for that?
When I go down for a nap, right? When I go down for a nap, I specifically lay on the other side, and I just feel so free. Like I feel so free.
Really?
Yeah. What did you think I was going to say, Maury?
Anything other than I face the phone.
So Matthew, you find it extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can't sleep in jeans. They're way too constricting. Like especially if they're tight jeans. Like you can't be comfortable in that.
Oh, really? Huh? Yeah. All my jeans are tight, and I sleep in them. But I do feel gross when I wake up, though. It's always a mistake.
100%.
Like it's always a mistake to fall asleep in jeans, but I do it constantly.
My jeans aren't supposed to be as tight as they are.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, more. Cheese being in the top 5.
I was going to say, your skin's expanding.
Yes.
Thanks, Matthew.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, later. So you want to tell us why you dissed your husband like right off the beginning?
Yeah, wow.
Oh. Wait, is he there?
No.
Okay. Yeah. All right, next question. Here we go.
Cool. There we go.
Why are you so nervous? What's going on? You okay?
Yeah,
Maury gets extremely uncomfortable, eh?
He's fine.
Already says here, what's your story, Dan Maury?
What?
I'm just kidding. When you're on vacation, Maury's he's like awkwardly nervous right now.
Yeah.
When you're on vacation, do you prefer to sleep in or wake up early?
Oh, super early.
Really?
I hate the whole idea that you paid to be somewhere and you're going to waste even an hour of daylight to be in a hotel room. I like to get up, make sure I'm downstairs for the free breakfast, and we have an itinerary. We're going to go to the museum. We're going to do all our stuff. I get so annoyed if we sleep past 10.
Here's the thing with this question, though. It's interesting because my head immediately went to like resort life.
Sure.
Right? Maury, because you guys don't do all-inclusives, Maury immediately went to, Christmases in New York.
Yeah.
That's where they sort of do busy life,
when
right?
I travel, I want to learn something.
Okay.
Uh-huh. You don't travel much.
Don't ask me if I remember any of it.
Okay. But even still for me, I'm like Maury, and it's not about getting my money's worth. I just don't sleep in generally.
Yeah.
But what I like to do, like if we're away, the times that we have gone to Mexico or wherever it's been, I like to get up early, but I don't like to do anything. Like I like to sit outside if they have like a balcony or a patio and with coffee, and then I sort of ease into my day.
Sure.
It's not like I like to get up early and go. I hate that.
Yeah, same.
Right? I hate that. I love waking up early, but I want to wake up early and do nothing for like 3 hours.
I like a mix of both. Like, I wouldn't want to wake up early and do stuff every single day.
Yeah.
But I don't mind if it's spaced out. Maybe every other day or every third day,
Right.
depending on how long you're wherever it is you are. And it also depends on what kind of vacation you're there for.
Right.
Like, I don't mind waking up early, going and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, like sleeping in until 10 or 11 and then being outside and like doing
You can
more
sleep
stuff.
in until 11?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I think I could. Yeah, I'm sure I could. I haven't slept in until 11 in a long time. But...
I started a nap the other day at 11.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because on Saturday I woke up at 4:45.
I guess it depends on like how late the night before I was awake. I
Yeah.
think I probably could sleep in until about 11.
Oh yeah, no, 10:30 I went down for a nap.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
what time did you wake up that day?
4:45.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
On a weekend?
Yeah, on a weekend.
What's the Oh, my point?
Yeah, I
God.
don't know. I just couldn't do it. Once I'm up, right?
Really?
Yeah, I had to pee or something. I don't know what it was, or the cat was making noise, or both.
B asks, if you were to write an owner's manual for your significant other, what crucial information would you include? All right, Dan Maury, since you're sitting over there snickering, go ahead.
Yeah.
You got a list?
Oh my God, do I ever have a list?
Like what are some of the do's and don'ts with you when it comes to living with you? What should you never say to you? What should you never
me?
do to you? Yes.
I'm pretty easy to live. Like, don't laugh. Like, I'm pretty easy to live with. Like, I don't care about, like, I care about certain things, but if as far as cleanliness or order and stuff, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm fine to be dirty, both inside
no,
and
but
out.
like if there's a bowl on the counter or whatever, it doesn't need to be put in the dishwasher like that instant. Like I
Right.
don't care if you do it the next day or later that night.
Okay, so what are the issues then? Like, what are there more sort of less cleany type stuff and more emotional type stuff that you would put in a manual on how to deal with you?
Don't sit in my spot.
Don't sit in your spot.
That's it?
That's the only thing you guys
don't
fight
sit
about.
in my spot if we're like, let me be in control of the converter for the TV.
There's nothing else. There's no sort of emotional things.
Don't touch my stuff.
You guys don't argue because you're sensitive.
Oh, for him, I could write a
no
list.
No,
Me,
No, for you.
No,
for
for
me,
you.
like as I've lived with roommates,
But you're the
before, and I don't-
sensitive one, though. You're you're the one that gets emotional about everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one. But trust me on this. I know this for fact in your relationship.
Yeah, but when it comes to as far as household things,
Not household things, just life, like dealing with you.
ask me how my day was.
Living with you.
Ask me how my day was. Ask me how I'm doing. When I get home, I want, like, if you're in front of the computer, come running and say hello.
Okay, so ask you how your day was.
Yeah,
and
come
what if
running.
your day was terrible? What do you want from them? What do you want from Matthew?
Don't say it. Just listen.
Just listen. So don't offer advice.
But do that whole, I hear what you're saying.
Right.
And when you're ready.
Right. And but what if they tell you, like, what if Matthew tries to tell you, what you did wrong?
Oh, don't do that. Who would do such a thing?
People do that stuff.
Don't tell me what I did wrong.
But people do that stuff.
No,
when you go home.
there's a rule. We're under, like, this is our home. This is our
Yes,
roof.
yes.
I've never done anything wrong.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, just tell me what I've done right so that I can feel better.
Right.
How are you going to feel better when you tell somebody what they've done wrong?
No.
Mocha, back me up on this.
So this is what I'm saying. So you need, so in your manual, we finally got to it, right? In your manual, what you would say to somebody who's spending the rest of their life with you,
I'm never wrong.
is that you're never wrong.
Even
right?
if I'm wrong,
right?
Not wrong.
Okay, I'm snapping off my key in the door and never walking back in that place ever again.
What would be the manual that you're writing for Damn It Matthew?
Put your dishes away the minute you're done with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No crumbs, no crumbs on the table.
Mm-hmm.
No, vacuum them. If something falls, grab the vacuum and immediately start vacuuming no matter what you're doing.
Okay.
No bare feet in the bed.
Right.
No, and I've just learned this one, no soap in the shower because apparently that ruins tile grout.
Okay. So no soap in the shower.
So how are you supposed to wash your body?
Body wash.
Oh, like
But
liquid.
I use a bar of soap.
Oh, right.
And he says that I'm ruining the shower.
But how?
I don't know. Soap is meant to do, soap is soap. Soap's not going to ruin grout.
Okay. Wow. You should get old school soap on a rope. Did you ever get that? Did you
I
ever
have
get,
one. It's
did you
shaped
ever
like a
get,
penis.
I used to get soap on a rope every year for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody.
Oh.
Yeah. My mom would always put like soap on the rope in our stocking.
Why?
I don't know. Because she thought it was kitschy and
But
weird.
do you know, it either you
But the
start
rope
rubbing
was
yourself,
real scratchy,
yeah,
right?
Or,
Like, it was a
or
real
it falls off
scratchy-
the rope at some point.
Right. Yeah. It was a real scratchy rope. I remember.
No, I never had a soap on a rope.
You never had
Do you
soap
want
on
one?
a rope?
I have it shaped like a penis.
No, I'm good,
no,
thanks.
No. We don't need that. We don't need to introduce that into the conversation. Okay. Penis soap isn't invited on the show today.
So no soap in the shower.
Yeah. No talking to him if he's lying in bed reading his phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no talking to him if he's in the office on the computer.
Okay.
Right. And when groceries come in, they go on the floor, not the counter.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Like the bags or the actual
bags
food?
on
So then
the
you
floor,
have to,
the
so then you
bags
have to
on the
bend down and pick them up out of the bags and put them
Yes,
away? You don't put them on the
yes.
counter to put
That's
them
right.
away?
Oh, when you make hard-boiled eggs, you have to wait for them to cool down before you put them in the fridge because then you will break the fridge.
All the hot eggs.
Man, there's so many rules, eh?
Have you ever heard that?
No,
Like
I
hot
don't
eggs
know.
will
I
break
don't.
the
I
fridge?
have no opinion on anything that you just said, Lauren. That is a terrible. What a wild life you guys live. What a wild life.
What about you?
No, I have nothing. Like what rules? No, I don't. Or what things in the manual?
Yeah.
For Catherine.
Something crucial bit of information.
Like always remember where she puts her phone because she will forget it?
No. Like, are you talking about like what in the manual? Reread the question to me, please.
If you were to write an owner's manual for your significant other,
Right.
what crucial information would you include?
Okay, so when I read that, I'm saying if I were to write an owner's manual about myself to give to them, what would I include?
Oh, I read it as
yeah.
for your significant other.
Oh,
Not
but
for you to give to them.
I see Roz's point though. If
I know.
yeah.
It's the way you read it. Absolutely. Like an owner's manual for you to then present to your significant other so that they
Right.
know.
Because
so
it
that
says
they
if
know.
you're writing
I
an owner's
read it.
manual for your significant other.
Right.
For them.
Yes.
Not about them, for them.
Right.
I'm reading it as if you're writing it about them.
Oh.
No, but I see where what Roz is saying.
Yeah, because I'm me and I know what I like. I know how to like the way that I would like people to deal with me.
Yeah, but yours would be a pamphlet. You're perfect.
But then
in
if
every
I'm
way.
writing a owner's manual for Catherine, then it would be for other people to know how to deal with Catherine.
Right.
Right?
So for you, then for your significant other. Okay, so let's go down that road.
Okay, so I would say there's just little things like get out of my kitchen.
Right.
Like get out of my, like don't and Catherine's great about that. Like she doesn't muck around when I'm in the kitchen. Like it's fine. We don't have business in there together.
Yeah.
And so yours is don't plan your day.
When I start falling asleep on the couch, don't kick me and wake me up.
Aw.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she does that. My God, we were doing something on the weekend. I don't even know what it was. I was falling asleep. I was having the greatest sleep. And we have a sectional. I was on the sectional part and she was on the couch part. So our heads were together and we were sharing a pillow. Right. And she decided to watch some Netflix comedies thing, some stand-up comedy thing. And oh my God. So she couldn't see me and see that I was sleeping. So she would just reach over her own head and hit me.
Oh my God.
Right. Every time she would laugh, being like, oh my God, did you see that?
And you're like, no, because I'm trying to sleep.
Yes. No, but I lie. My problem is I lie.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, yeah, so hilarious.
I lie, and then what happened was there was about a half hour left in this comedy special. I had slept through most of it, but she had hit me so many times that I was now awake.
Yeah.
And then she looks at me and goes, okay, I'm probably going to finish this tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed. Okay?
Thanks.
And then I go, yeah, I'm going to stay up and watch the rest of it.
Oh, no!
Yeah, and as soon as she went to bed, I fell asleep again. Right? Like, just leave me be. Just leave me be. Don't wake me up. Wherever I fall asleep, don't wake me up.
I'm the other way around. I love falling asleep on the couch, but I get upset if I'm not woken up to be told to go to bed.
Oh, no. I don't care. What about you, Mocha?
Leave the recycling to me.
Yes.
All right. I will handle bundling boxes and flattening boxes. Leave it all for me to do.
Right.
Don't try to take that task on yourself.
Right.
Because I can't stand when I go into the recycling bin and there's like 3 unflattened Amazon boxes.
Yes.
That are taking up all the space.
Right.
Whereas
Yeah.
I can flatten those and make a hell of a lot more room in that box.
I agree.
in that
I
bin.
agree with you. I agree with you. That's not a fight I'm going to win at home.
What else? You know what? When it comes to snow,
Mm-hmm.
I have a certain way that I like to clean the driveway and the garage, or
Okay.
not the garage, sorry, the front steps, like the front of the house.
Yeah.
I'll handle that.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
I don't mind doing
particular.
that. Yeah.
Has anyone ever offered?
Oh, all the time. But then I don't really say anything because I know Jenna will, she thinks she's helping.
Yeah.
Which she is.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say anything.
No.
At that point.
Yeah, that's tough. Those things are tough when you
I'll
just,
just go
when
out
you
later
just sort
and
of
clean it
want
up.
to. Yeah, a lot of my rules are just leave me alone and let me do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you don't like a schedule, Roz. Like on a weekend, or you don't want to be told, "Here's what we're doing today."
Yeah. No. I'm fine to do things. But I just don't like things to be planned out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do well with that.
Nikki Chena has a great question.
Okay.
If Roz and Mocha lived together,
Yes.
what would be one thing they would constantly disagree over?
There is only one thing that we would disagree over. I think that we would, for having lived with somebody my whole life, my brother, because I still live with my brother.
Yeah.
And Catherine and his wife and everything else. They live in their own place. But having lived with somebody my whole life, right, who wasn't a romantic partner kind of thing, I think that you need 3 fundamental things to make a basis for a great sort of cohabitation, okay?
Okay.
You need to like the same food.
Yep.
You have to have the same sense of humor.
Yep.
And you got to like the same TV shows and movies.
Why do you have to like the same food?
That's the same because that's what you'll fight over.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, if some person's a vegan and whatever, it doesn't work. Okay. So those are the basis. You can have different likes.
Like
in
if I want
foods.
Mexican and you want Chinese.
That's fine. But I also like Mexican and Chinese. We're just disagreeing what we want at that time.
Yes.
Okay. So, like, if you have to have the same basis in food, like. Now, the only thing, I can't imagine Mocha and I arguing over anything, really. The only thing we would argue over, if there ever was an argument, and even still I probably wouldn't care, which would be what music are we listening to?
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, but if you guys were
That's
living
it.
together, you wouldn't argue over girls? Like, rule on if you bring girls over?
Why would I?
an 80s movie, bro.
Like, why would I argue? But why would I argue about that?
Like you have to keep it down or not past midnight or something.
Not past midnight.
Or if Mocha has a girl over, she has to put away her dirty dishes or something. God forbid she has a towel hanging in the bathroom.
No, I don't care. I wouldn't care about that. I wouldn't care about that. I don't think anybody would care about that. No,
Your entire head. It's all like an 80s sitcom or a comedic movie.
You love rules. Like you love rules. You really do. You would love nothing more than to sit down with a roommate and say, "No girls past midnight."
Yeah.
Like no business of yours. No, I would say music. I would say 100%.
That's a good one.
100% music.
I was gonna say cooking. Not cooking. Well, yes, cooking.
Oh, like who's doing the cooking?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
I would say cooking.
Interesting.
Not necessarily what the meal is, but who's
Yeah.
going to take care.
I could see
of
Mocha
that
making
meal.
you an amazing sous vide steak dinner and him being so impressed and then ready for you to love it and you criticizing it, and that would cause an argument.
No, I would
No, I
never
wouldn't
do
say
that
he would-
though.
he wouldn't
But I wouldn't criticize it though. Like I
could see you guys arguing over each other's cooking.
Oh, no. I don't think it would be arguing over each other's cooking. I think it would be arguing over who's going to do the cooking.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
You're bringing a lot of your home
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
Into today's,
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
today's
And
Ask
if
Roz and
Mocha
Mocha.
has a girl over and she wants to cook you guys dinner?
No.
Not past midnight.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Whose towel is that?
Leah says here, having a debate with my husband. Bed sheets. Tucked or untucked?
Oh, this is an argument all the time.
For what though? For what though? What do you mean?
Like when you wash the sheets
Yeah.
and you put them freshly on the bed.
Yes.
Hospital corners and all that stuff really tightly tucked.
Yeah.
Or just put them on loose or whatever.
Because what some people will do is put the bed sheet on. And then on the sides and the bottom of the bed, they'll tuck the excess sheet underneath the mattress.
Okay.
Whereas some people will just lay the sheet and just leave it like that.
Right.
And then you put your comforter on top.
Okay, I'll say this. Tucking a sheet looks nice, right? It looks nice. It does. It's a nice little thing that you do at the end when you've all the hard work of washing the things and everything else, right? It's nice. It's going to last one time.
Yeah.
Because every time after that time that you make the bed until you wash your sheets again, you're not tucking in that top sheet. I like tucked in sheets. But when I get into it, I kick my legs up and down like I'm a fish in the bottom of a boat until the sheet is no longer tucked in because there's no room for me, right? I'm too big.
It's too tight.
It's too tight.
Yeah. This is the argument. I can't stand tight sheets. I like it all loose like you guys.
Yeah.
But if I go to bed at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night and I'm falling asleep, Matthew will then come in, wake me up, and have to retuck everything.
He likes it
because
tight?
he likes it tight.
You like it loose.
Hold on a second. So when he wakes you up, do you have to like get up out of the bed and help
out of
him?
the bed. He's like, get up. You're ruining this. And when I get into bed, I want this to be nice and tight. And I will have been asleep.
Wow. Hardcore, man. You guys, I would say that you guys are about less than 5 years away from twin beds.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. I actually think that your relationship would be much better.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. I really do.
No harm feelings.
My grandparents did that. You know, they got to the point where I don't want to say given up because that's a really harsh thing to say. But and they weren't even that old. They were just trying to simplify their life.
Yeah.
Okay. And they had this small little tiny Montreal house and had this small little tiny kitchen. And then just off the kitchen was the dining room. And then down a little tiny hallway, their little living room and everything else. And their bedrooms were upstairs. And I remember they decided to put their bedroom in where the dining room was. So it was sort of like, imagine open concept. Imagine open concept, right? Where it was like a kitchen dining room area. But now the open concept is kitchen bedroom.
Okay.
So if you visited, you had to sit on their bed?
No, they still had a little tiny kitchen table in between their bed.
The kitchen table was in between the beds?
Like there was the kitchen and then a room like dining room.
Yeah.
Right? That you would just like, it was all part of the same thing, but they were two separate rooms. So, but then they got rid of all their dining room set and they just moved all the bedroom stuff in there. So when you sat, like if you were cooking in the kitchen, the bed was like right there.
But where would you eat dinner?
You would eat dinner at that little table.
Oh, like not sitting
next
on
to
the bed?
No, yeah, it was like sort of next to the bed.
What was upstairs? What was like in the bedroom?
Two small little bedrooms. They were still there for like who knows why, but they never went up there. They never
just wanted everything on the same level.
They no longer wanted to.
So what about like the dresser?
They didn't all in the dining room. All in the dining room.
Oh, yeah,
everything. All in the dining room. And then they didn't even go into their living room anymore because they didn't need to. They had all the rest of the house and they spent 100% of their time in the dining room, bedroom, and the kitchen. They never even used the rest of the house. They had a basement that was finished with like couches and everything else. And I think that the last time I went there, my grandmother had said it had been at least 5 years since she went down there.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they simplified their life. They got to a point in life where they were like, what do we actually need and what do we actually want to do? And they decided to live the rest of their lives in this one area of their house. So they moved the bedroom into the dining room, and then that's just how they lived out their lives.
Think about how awesome that is. You could have like a really, really thick dinner of pasta, and you got like the meat sweats. You just roll over, go to bed.
Yeah. So he would wake up. My grandfather would wake up out of bed, go and take a pee. And then, which the bathroom was right there. It was all three doors. Like everything was like right there, right? And the best part was, is the way that you got into the kitchen was through the side door on the house. The front door of the house led into the fancy old living room.
Okay, yeah.
So they didn't even they had a separate door that took them into it's like they set it up for like a border. Like they were renting this, but only they occupied that tiny little amount of space and just forgot about the rest of the house. Like it didn't even exist.
Space of like your average condo. Even less than that.
Less than that. Like a bachelor. It was a bachelor.
God.
Yeah.
And they never wanted to like move, downsize if they weren't using any of that.
No.
Did they ever walk around going, wow, remember this?
No, like my grandfather was a weird guy. My grandfather was so handy and he was so talented that he built a cottage in his basement in pieces. and put it on the back of a flatbed truck in like the 70s and went and bought a piece of land and built this cottage in his basement in pieces and put it on a flatbed and went out to this piece of land and poured the foundation and literally snapped everything together.
Like Lego?
Yeah, like Lego. But it was a 3-bedroom cottage that he built in the basement.
Wait, what did he build in the basement though?
Like I guess
all the frames. He built all the frames in pieces that were small enough that he could get them out from the basement through that tiny little door into the driveway and then
just assemble it like IKEA
and assembled the cottage like IKEA.
Oh my God.
So they had, this is how crazy my grandparents were. So they had this place. It was a cottage. It was beautiful that he built on a beautiful piece of land. It was gorgeous, everything else, right? The day my grandfather retired, he put it up for sale and sold it because he didn't want it anymore.
I was just going to ask.
Yes.
I was just going to ask, where's this land now?
No, he sold it. Yeah, he sold it. He
spent all that time?
Didn't want to go anymore.
At all?
At all.
It was just a project.
Yeah, just a project. Didn't want to go anymore. It was backwards. I know. Didn't want to go anymore, and then he didn't even want to use the rest of his own house.
Most people, when they retire, would sell the house and live in the cottage.
Thank you. Yeah. He never left the house. He never left.
Do you know what that land would be worth now?
Oh my God, Maury! Forget about it. Like it was crazy. But yeah, no. They were the weirdest. It was the weirdest couple. They were so odd.
That's so crazy.
I would be best friends with those
my grandmother used to make. You ever go to somebody's house where on the back of the toilet they had those little dolls with the dresses that went over the toilet paper?
We talked about that not long ago.
Yeah. So that's where my grandmother would spend her time. Was
making all those?
Was making dresses for dolls, toilet paper dolls.
Every week, look for us on Instagram at Kiss925. Ask your question, and we'll go through and try to get through as many as we can and get one of you to ask your question to us live. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
Kiss925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.